Therapy and Wellness, we can help you get your life back. Whether you need to get back to a sport, back in the gym, or just back to enjoying life, our team of specialists use a one-on-one, hands-on approach in our state-of-the-art facility to get you back moving again. Don't settle for where you are. Don't stay in pain. Visit kptonline.com today to see how Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Enjoy the comfort, style, and beauty of the holidays at Bostic Sugg Furniture. We have everything you need to deck your halls for less. Living room furniture for family get-togethers, dining sets for holiday dinners, bedrooms, and more. Save up to 70% off clearance items, plus 6 months special financing. Settle down to a long winter's nap on a comfortable new mattress with 48 months special financing. We have your holiday comfort savings at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250 and 930, also online, pr927fm.com. And watch the show and be a part of the show today on YouTube and Facebook Live. You can subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and check us out on Facebook Live as well. What is on your mind on this Thursday? Talk a lot of Pirate football, Pirate hoops, and more. Coming up on today's show, got a great lineup of guests on today's program, including Kevin Monroe, color analyst for ECU football. We'll talk to Kevin about the Birmingham Bowl and everything else going on around Pirate football at 4 o'clock. Also on today's program, we will visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, get his thoughts on Pirate hoops and Pirate football. We'll also talk to the voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. He is Joe Cashion. He will join us on the show to give us a scouting report on the Chants and also what is going on with Grayson McCall, the quarterback. We'll talk about that with Joe Cashion later on in today's program. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us as well to make some picks. So we got a lot to do on this Thursday. We'll also open up 40 bowls in 14 days. And also, I should probably mention the treasure chest, Troy D, will be opened up twice during this program. One time in hour 1, one time in hour 3. Shirley Rhodes is here, Chandler Honeycutt to my left, Troy D. What's up, Troy?
Good to see you, Clip. Just trying to make it through a rainy and was chilly day. My worst weather in my top 10.
We've gone back-to-back fully gray days in Eastern North Carolina.
Full-blown depression day. I hate cold rain. It is my number one worst weather in all the weather choices. But besides that, I'm doing great, Clip.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Looking forward to talking to ECU quarterback Holt Nailers, which could be, at least on PRL, for the final time this year. And could it be for the final time as an ECU Pirate?
Could it be for the final time ever? Will Holden never talk to us again?
Well, I think he'll talk to us again, but it'll probably be next year.
Okay. All
this
right.
could be it for this year.
Trying to build it up. Yeah.
Let's find out. Holton, how you doing, man? Let's go to the Pit Electric Live line. Good to have you back with us.
What's up? What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks
You're
for
so
joining
sentimental,
us.
Troy D.
I think about these things because a lot of times you don't think about these things, and then like it's happened, and you didn't realize, damn, that was the last time that was going to happen. A lot of times it's with my kids and stuff.
So basically,
things will happen for the last time, and you don't realize they're the last time until they've already happened.
Holden, one day, 30 years from now, you'll think about this conversation we're about to have and look back on it and say, man, I wish I could go back and do that again.
I will. I probably will look back and wish I could go back to my college days. It was a great time, and it is sad that it's over, but I'm excited for a new beginning as well.
Troy, you look back to your college days and wish you could go back every day.
No doubt about it. Absolutely. Some say I've never left. Now, I'll tell you this. I got a lot of Facebook memories pop up over the last month, Holton, and a lot of them were you in studio with a D.H. Conley uniform on as we were talking to you, what was it, 5-6 years ago now at this point, about your pending arrival to ECU. And I went back and I actually watched one of those shows. And it was I almost pulled some of the audio for today to play back, Holton 5 years ago, Holton today, about what you hoped your career would be like. And I would say I think it's even exceeded what you thought it was going to be like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And, I'll probably have to go back and watch one of those kind of when it's all said and done. I haven't done it recently. I've definitely kept the same goal since I got here, and I had a goal coming in of trying to change the program, get us back to bowl eligibility, get us back into season play. And obviously we did that last 2 years. So, yeah, I've had a great time here. I love ECU, always love ECU. My family loves it too. And, wherever I go from here on out, Greenville will always be home and ECU will always be home. And I'll definitely make my way back here whenever I can.
Another thing on those memories, Troy, is looking back at previous bowl games for East Carolina. Liberty Bowls, Beef O'Brady's Bowl, R&L Carriers, you name it. And those have been a long time coming to get back to one and play in one. You guys made it last year, Holden. We obviously know what happened there. But 8 years since East Carolina participated in a bowl game, 9 years since East Carolina won. I know you're aware of these numbers. You were aware of them when you came here and wanted to get this team back to their bowl ways, their winning ways. And we've talked about it, but that's something that you, Miles, the guys have to be really proud of.
Yeah, for sure. And, to win this last bowl game, it'd kind of be like the last thing, this class can do, and just another streak that we can break. So that's definitely on our goal list. And, like I said, that's the one thing on our mind right now is snapping that streak too and getting a win in the bowl game for the program.
Holton, this is the first time we've talked to you since the announcement of ECU going to the Birmingham Bowl. What was your reaction to it? I know a lot of the guys were hoping it would be maybe a warmer location, maybe a different opponent. Now that all the dust has settled, what do you think about this? Kind of one last hurrah for you as quarterback for ECU. What do you think about this bowl? What do you think about the matchup and what's in front of you here?
I think it's a great matchup. Playing a local team like that in Coastal has a really proud program. Obviously had a really good last couple years. It's kind of been turned into a national program these last couple of years and been in the national spotlight a good bit. So obviously they're a really good football program with a really good, team that they have there, and a lot of players that, are up in the air if they're playing or not. And, hopefully we get their best shot, just like, they hope they probably get our best shot to have a good game in the bowl game. And for the destination, who wouldn't want to spend Christmas in Birmingham? I'm thrilled about it.
There you go. Old Naylor saying all the right things in a tone. Holden, one of the big storylines going into this bowl game, at least for you guys from a personnel standpoint, somebody snapping you the ball different than the guy that's been doing it the last 2 years. Avery Jones transfers to Illinois. So, Holden, who's been handling the center duties, filling the shoes of Avery Jones?
Hampton Ergel. So he's going to start at center. He's actually sitting right next to me in my passenger seat of my car right now on the way home from D.C. So, yeah, he'll be ready. He's been backing up Avery all season, and obviously Avery wanted to get in the portal and find a new home, which, we wish him all the best of luck at Illinois. So, but, yeah, we'll be ready to go when it comes game time.
Holden Ayler's joining us. Holden, anything, I mean, whatever's left in the playbook's got to be opened up here. We saw in the last bowl win, Troy, Shane Carden caught a touchdown pass, I believe from Cam Worthy. So you see some trick plays, you see some things maybe you haven't seen, some things that worked earlier in the year. You guys plan on just opening everything up here for this game?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely in Donnie's ear about it, trying to get me a couple trick plays in there. So we'll have to see. We don't want to spoil it, but, hopefully we get it called. And, that's what the bowl game's for, is go out there and win. And, anything that you got left in the playbook, leave it on the field. You don't want to leave that game with anything left in the tank. No matter what, that's the last game of the year. So we're going to call everything we have to win the game. And if the situation comes right to call some of the plays we've been practicing, hopefully we'll get them called.
Holden, are you able, with all the lingering injuries you've had this year in your career with this break, will you be healthier than you've been for this game, like all season, or is it still in pain? How's the layoff help you out health-wise for this thing?
Yeah, the pain's going to be there until it gets fixed. I can't go into more detail than that, but the time off definitely helps. Anytime you can get away, if you got, just some bruises or breaks or anything like that, any time away, anytime rest on is definitely going to help. So, I don't know. Honestly, it probably will be the best I've felt, in a couple of games now, just because, we have had almost a month off in between these games. So, yeah, I'm hoping I feel good on game day, and if not, it ain't like I haven't played with it before, so I'll be ready to go.
And Holden, it's not just this long weekend that you get. You got the week off kind of right after the season before you started bowl practice. I think the bowl practice has been a little bit easier for the upperclassmen, too. It seems like Coach Houston's taken a much different approach this month, leading into the bowl game than he did last year leading into the bowl game, where it was a lot of grinding, a lot of hard work. And not that you guys aren't working, but it seems like he at least has let off the gas a little bit and let you guys kind of rest and recover and try and enjoy the moment some.
Yeah, he definitely has. We're getting in what we need to get done, and nothing, too strenuous on our body, but we're still getting in the work that we need to. And obviously, last year was his first bowl game as a D1 coach, because he came from FCS. So, obviously the more experience you get, or more experience anyone really gets, the better they're going to be at it. So, this year's schedule is definitely a lot better. It's better on our bodies, and we're getting the work in that we need to get done, and, nothing more than that.
We'll be down there. We'll catch up with you after the game. Obviously, it'd be a nice cherry on top to be able to finish and close out your career with a win and a bowl victory. Let's take it after that, because you've already graduated, as most people know. What's next for Holton? Once the bowl game's over and you're done playing for ECU, what happens? Where do you go next?
Yeah, so I'm going to go train in Mobile for the off season and for the draft and all that, and then kind of see where I get picked up from there. There's a couple, I don't know my full timeline on that, because I'm going to need a surgery. I'm on my shoulder to get that fixed beforehand, which is a long recovery. So I just got a couple decisions to make with that, with my family and my agent, or my agent, and then my parents, obviously. So just got to figure out the timeline. I know that I'm going to be training in Mobile at some point. It just kind of depends when and when I get the surgery as well.
Holden Ayler's joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Holden, I'm looking for an article. Usually I can find it by this time of the year, of the swag bag, the gift bags that you get at bowl games. Do you know at all what you'll be getting for going to the Birmingham Bowl?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they told us they have a gift suite where we get a certain amount of points and pick kind of whatever we want. But other than that, I really haven't heard much from it. I guess that's something that we'll see when we get down there.
I do know this, Clip. There's going to be some sweet gear that will be provided to the players with the bowl logos on it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Everybody loves new gear.
Yeah.
So I can 100% confirm that.
Have you got your military bowl gear in yet, Troy? Or did you?
No, I passed on that.
Okay, all right. Just one.
I did see UBE is selling some, actually quite briskly, by the way. I asked Chad today, I said, how's the Birmingham bowl gear going, which is spelled, they actually have East Carolina spelled correctly.
Yeah, hold on. If you get a hoodie, make sure it says East Carolina, not Eastern on it.
Yeah. I will.
But he said it's selling pretty good. But yeah, the team will get custom gear for themselves, and it's going to look pretty sweet. I have confirmed with sources close to the situation that it's going to look really, really cool stuff that they're going to get. That East Carolina is part of that providing. So.
Awesome.
But they'll get other stuff from the bowl too.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I won't hold them to pick a bowl game. You got anything before we go to 40 bowls in 14 days?
Holton, anything you want to ask us before we let you go? Because, as I said, we'll be talking to you again, but I don't know when after the game, like on this. But anything you want to talk about?
Shoot, not really. Just thank you for the support over the years. If this is the last time that I'll be on for a while, I certainly appreciate you guys and all you do for, Pirate Nation and all that. So just keep it up, and, we'll talk soon.
All right.
Holton, before you go, we do this with our guests on the show during bowl season. It's 40 bowls in 14 days. And while I got you here, I want you to pick one of the games. We're going to do the Birmingham Bowl, Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina. But before we do, we got to hit the intro. Let's play the country version because Holton's buddies with Peyton Winstead.
Oh, yeah.
And Holton, I want you to listen to this and maybe pass this along to Peyton, see if he wants me and Chandler to open for him.
And this just happened to be the bowl we were picking next, correct?
No.
Oh,
this was a setup.
Oh man!
But sure, yeah. This
go along with me, Cliff.
Wow, it just happened to land. I've only been talking about it all week that we've skipped over it, but yeah, we just happened to land on the Birmingham.
You fooled me.
All right, Shirley, hit the music, please, ma'am.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days.
Take it home, Chandler.
Mama said 40 bowls. Papa said 14 days. Mama said 40 bowls. Papa said 14 days. 40 bowls. 14 days. 40 bowls. In a 14 days. I said 40 bowls. In a 14 days. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Tell you what, I think I could get you guys an opening act gig in front of Mikkel Buck at the Buck.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty damn good.
We got to take this show on the road.
Clowns. That's really good.
That is a hit right there.
I like that. I was kind of jamming to that.
I want to get Holton's thoughts.
Holton, what do you think?
I like it. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, pass that along to Peyton. See it. Maybe he could do a cover of it, and honor as a tribute to us. All right, Holton, your game is the Birmingham Bowl. It'll be Tuesday, December 27th on ESPN, 6:45 kickoff. Protective Stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. Coastal Carolina versus East Carolina. Who are you taking?
Taking the Pirates, always.
All right, the Pirates are the pick. Holton, do you know Grayson McCall at all, off the field, quarterback of Coastal?
I do not. Yeah, that's one of the few quarterbacks I don't know around here. I just haven't had the chance to meet him. I know he's from Charlotte. At least I believe he's from Charlotte. I know a couple guys who do know him, but, yeah, I don't know him personally.
Man, going to be maybe some offensive fireworks between you two coming up.
Yeah, and Holton, I'm not asking this question for me. I am asking it for some other people that they're just paranoid of just the way the college football world is right now. And if you could just go ahead and squelch the misinformation is what I would call it, rumors, some would say. But I've had a lot of people ask me, is Holton playing or is he going to opt out? And in this day and age, a lot of players do opt out. Can you go ahead and respond to that so people know what your situation is?
Yeah, I'm playing the bowl game. I 100% playing. It's probably not the best idea for my body, and like I said, I got to eventually get surgery on my shoulder, which is a 6-month recovery, so that's going to set me back at some point. But, yeah, this bowl game means a lot to me and obviously to my teammates, so I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, there you have it for folks that are worried. We'd see Holton one more time. He is playing and literally putting his body on the line for this university. So, Holton, thank you for what you do, man. Congratulations on an incredible career. We'll get you back here in studio one of these days when things are a little calmer, and we'll be tracking your pro career next. So good luck in Birmingham, and we'll see you down there.
For sure. Thanks, guys. Go Pirates.
Thanks, Holden. Holden Ayler's joining us on the Pit Electric Live line. He will be playing in the bowl game, and he picked his team to win, East Carolina, to knock off Coastal Carolina. Yeah. We'll get a scouting report on the Chanticleers coming up later on in the show with Joe Cashion and Troy D. Kind of our first look at Coastal Carolina.
I look forward to hearing that. Yeah. I think that'll be pretty cool. And once again, thanks to Holden, class act. Not just, personally, been great to work with here at Pirate Radio. For really before he even became a Pirate. We've been working with him since his D.H. Conley days. And obviously, great partnership with his dad, as many people know, well documented with Morgan and his work here at the station also. But man, what a class act! What a class! I cannot just say enough good things about Holden Ahlers. If everybody conducted themselves like Holden does, this would be an amazing place.
No doubt. All right, Troy D. I tell you what, we got to give away 2 prizes out of the treasure chest today, and
we'll go ahead and clear the lines.
I think we should go ahead and get it started with a bang.
Shirley, are you listening?
Hurry up, Shirley, before he goes and gets the bell.
I'm going to get the bell.
No, we got it.
I can get the bell.
We're good.
The bell's only in my office.
We're good.
You want me to bang the bell?
No.
Ring the bell. All right, that's it. The treasure chest is open. Phone lines are open. 317-1250. 317-1250. How about this? You must be over 21. You must not have won, or a family member have won anything in the treasure chest so far. And how about you live like somewhat local where you could actually use these prizes? Not being, a winner out of state that has no interest in using this.
Hey, shout out Dick Steffens.
Yeah.
I'm a Dick Steffens guy.
I'm not saying it's stupid, but that's kind of stupid. How about you be local so you can use these sponsors and support their businesses too, even though we're giving it to you for free. You meet those requirements, 317-1250, and we'll take, should we shake it up? Or do you want to do caller 12? 12, all right. Queen Bee says 12. 12 it is. We'll be back with our winner right after this.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at FamiliaNC.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
Whether you're at the worksite or the trailhead, you need an ATV with power and performance, technology to make every job easier, and a time-tested promise of quality and dependability. You need the 2022 Honda 4Trax lineup, available now at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. Then you'll learn how life is better on a Honda ATV. For riders 16 years old and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
What a perfect time to be in Greenville, North Carolina. ECU football is going back to a bowl game. ECU basketball is getting cranked up. And Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the Big Lots Shopping Center right off of Greenville Boulevard, has the largest variety of delicious food, including burgers, quesadillas, Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, chicken and waffles, and of course, the best wings in town. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Open 7 days a week. Go Pirates!
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growitpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
To lose 1 pound. Stay with us, everybody.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Once again, I have a stellar attendance here working at Pirate Radio, showing up when I'm asked to, and took half a day off Monday to take my wife and daughter to the airport, and while I was gone, Troy D did an episode of the Press Box without me being here and took the guys to Chico's without me being here.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to rub margarita salt in the wound, Troy.
It's been fun to have you there.
Thanks.
Yeah, we should do a little lunch like that next time.
You're a big next time guy.
Yeah.
What about that time?
That time you weren't here.
I know.
A lot of times, though, our schedules, like you're working during lunch, you're doing interviews, doing different things. I'll have to schedule. I'd like to take you out to lunch one day, Clip.
Thanks, Troy.
Can we schedule that?
Let's do it.
I think we need to schedule it, though. That's the key.
Let's maybe sometime in 2023.
Yeah,
get that
I'll
done.
commit to that.
All right.
Yeah, I'd love to.
That's a nice 365-day plus what we got left window.
I'd like to go ahead and shut it down or close it down. Let's do it first quarter.
All right.
Let's not wait the whole year.
Sounds good.
Let's do it either January, February, March. That's reasonable.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm on.
I want you to hold me to that.
Count me in.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable.
All right.
We have a little working lunch. We could talk about the station, whatever's on your mind. Airing of the grievances.
I'm starting to regret this. You know what? I'm busy in 2023. Count me out. All right. We have a winner. Do we have the winner's name?
I forgot what Shirley told me.
Tyler Macemore.
How could you forget Tyler Macemore?
Tyler Macemore?
Not Mace Less. Macemore.
Macemore.
Tyler won a prize recently prior to the treasure chest, I believe. Is that right, Tyler?
It is, yes, sir.
Yeah. What'd you win recently?
Yeah, I got the swag bag at the end of November with all the goodies.
Yeah, like the last prize before we open up the treasure chest.
Beer and stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Tyler, where are you calling us from?
Winston-Salem.
All right. Do you come to Greenville often?
I do. I got down for the swag bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he picked it up.
All right,
I had already cleared that with him.
Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. I just,
Yeah, that was a mean side you
I
gave
know, I'm
Tyler.
sorry. Did that come out on the air?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it did.
It fogged up all the windows in here.
These out-of-market listeners that then don't want to come pick up their prizes
They'll be here.
is a problem for me. But, Tyler, that's not a problem for you, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well,
So whatever you
And it's
win,
gone.
you're good at coming back down to Greenville and getting it and using it, right?
That's right. That's right. I mean, we got basketball going on, baseball coming up.
Okay.
There we go.
There you
I like
go,
I like your
Tyler.
attitude,
I
Tyler.
like Tyler.
Not everybody has your attitude. I like that attitude.
All right.
Good stuff. What do you do, Tyler?
Medical transport.
So, like, you drive an ambulance?
Transport work. Yeah, yes, sir. We transport patients to doctor's appointments, pick them up from the hospital, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So it may not be an ambulance all the time. It could be, I guess, a minivan.
To an extent, yeah, for a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Medical transport.
What's your tie to East Carolina? Were you a student here?
I did. I graduated in 2011
All right, cool.
What'd you graduate in?
for a little bit, then moved to Raleigh, and now we're in Western.
Like, how'd you get, like, what was your major? Just curious.
Public education.
Okay.
Or public health. Public health. Sorry.
How long have you been in medical transport?
I've been with North State Medical Transport Company for 8 years now.
All right, cool. It's kind of a unique job helping people.
It is. It is. Very rewarding job.
All right. You guys have any interesting questions for Tyler? Chandler, you want to chime in here?
Yeah, Tyler, first of all, congratulations. And my question is, what is the last movie you watched, and what is the next movie that you want to watch?
Actually, just got done with Lord of the Rings, Battle of the Five Armies. Next movie, I don't know. Some pretty good movies coming out. 65 with, I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head, plays Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Adam.
Adam Driver.
Yeah, I think it's Adam Driver. Yeah.
Y'all into the new Avatar movie at all?
I'll watch it when it comes on TV. I'm not going to go.
They say that's one you should see in a theater because of the way the incredible graphics are.
65 looks pretty interesting. I just saw an ad for the new Knives Out movie that's coming to Netflix very soon. I want to see that.
What's it about?
No, it's like a murder, like a Clue type murder mystery thing.
Okay.
Craig?
Yeah. You didn't see the first Knives Out? Troy,
I did not. I must have been watching Outer Banks.
Hey, we all got our favorites.
I think they're coming out with that again soon.
It's got to come out. Yeah, it's on.
I admit, I watch.
Chandler, you've been asking good questions. My question to you is, what website are you getting these from? No way you're coming up with these. You came up with that one on your own?
Yes.
That's good, man. I'm proud of you.
All right, I'll go to the Barbara Walters question, Tyler. If you were a tree, what type of tree would you be and why?
An oak tree, Eddie and Strong.
Got two Chandlers in here now. Jeez.
Okay.
Tyler, who is on your Mount Rushmore of East Carolina basketball?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Wow, what a plot twist at the end right there.
You mentioned basketball earlier, so you got to have some guys, right?
Darius Morrow.
Good call.
Good one.
Blake Kemp.
You want Maurice, or you going to put Blake up there?
I'm sorry, Morris.
Yeah, Blake Kemp's a football player.
Yeah.
I can see you.
He's not even on my Mount Rushmore for football.
All right, Maurice, Darius, who else?
At least not in my.
Maybe he should have been a point guard.
Easy.
Sorry.
He did the best he could.
All right, he had small hands.
With that,
It was a wet ball.
Brock Young. I was a big fan of Brock Young when he was around.
Great point guard.
Let's see. Oh man.
Come on, I'll help you. Akeem Richmond.
Can we say Akeem Richmond? Can we say Dagan Gardner? Is that
That's fine with me. He played a lot of ball here.
He was my man. In the 93 season. I
have to tell you,
Lester Lyons. Lester Lyons is on mine. I love some Lester
I'm 24
Lyons.
years old. I was about to tell you.
I got it. I didn't need y'all's help. I just had a slight brain fog. It's cold and rainy outside. Give me a break.
A former participant of the tailgate zone at Pirate Radio.
I'm having a day, all right?
Shirley, what's your question for Tyler?
Tyler, what is one thing that you have that you should throw out but haven't done?
That thing. Yeah.
That was my Jeopardy sound.
That's a tough one. Oh man, I don't know. I do not know.
That either means you are not a hoarder and don't, or you are a hoarder and don't, and you just think everything you have is valuable.
Everything has its purpose.
Great point. That's an answer I'd probably give. Craig making a good point. None of us said Blue Edwards. How can you not have Blue Edwards on your Mount Rushmore?
Because it's his personal Mount Rushmore.
I'm asking for us. Like, we didn't even
I didn't get.
Well,
we
weren't asked
Tyler.
the question. Well, he can answer it wrong still.
You're the only one that threw yours in. Nobody asked
And
yours.
you also didn't say Blue Edwards.
I didn't give a full 4. I said Akeem Richmond and Lester Lyons. I'm going to throw Blue Edwards in there, so calm down, Craig. That leaves me one to play with.
All right, any more questions for Tyler? We'll get to Troy's favorite stuff later. Jeez.
Tyler, I asked you a movie question. Do you go to movie theaters anymore, or do you just wait for it to come out on, like, one of these streaming apps?
You sounded aggressive when you asked.
And what about a movie theater?
Yeah.
Theaters.
Yeah, I haven't been to a movie theater in a long time. But yeah, mostly wait for the movies to come out on any of the streaming platforms.
I will say the new theaters, though, are nice because they got the reclining chairs. You reserve your own spot. You don't have to get there super early. You know, it's very comfortable to go see a movie in a theater now, where it wasn't that way like 10 years ago.
That's a good question for people. What's the last movie you saw at a theater? I hadn't been in so long, I don't know if I could answer it.
Yeah.
It might be Captain Phillips.
I've been a couple times this year.
Really?
Yeah, the AMC. It's been a nice experience, actually.
All right. Are we ready to give Tyler his prize?
Yeah, all right, Tyler, here's what's left in the treasure chest, all right? Shirley, hit the music. Or as Dion would say, hit my music!
Let me hit my theme music.
Oh, man, hit my theme song.
Troy Prime.
We normally don't do the song, do we?
Go ahead. I'm going to run down the prizes. So give me a little atmosphere here. $150 gift card from Bostic Sugg Furniture, 12 pizzas from Papa John's, $100 gift card from Familia, $100 gift card from Chico's. We still have the $100 gift card and gift basket from Beauty Bar Medi-Spa in play. We've got $100 cash and T-shirt from Sparky Snowballs. A Bud Light Fire Pit cooler and tailgate chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing. The Pirate Fan gift basket from our friends at UBE. $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's. 30-minute stretch assessment and 1-hour massage from Bodies and Balance. And the Buck gift basket. Boy, it's got a bunch of stuff. It's got $100 cash, $25 gift card to the Beach Tavern, 2 tickets to the New Year's Eve party at the Buck, T-shirts, and an LA Rams Aaron Donald jersey. So all that is still left in the chest, Tyler.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
Panthers.
Keep pounding.
Gotcha. All right.
Keep pouting.
It's Panthers and the Redskins. I grew up with Redskins family, but then when the Panthers came to North Carolina, I kind of gravitated to that. But
I hear you.
Sell out.
I never made the switch.
No, be true to who you are.
A split family, I guess. So.
All right. Any items that you would love to have, like if you had your choice?
You know, they all sound good. Anything that I can do to patron the wonderful sponsors of Pirate Radio.
Good answer, Tom.
This is my 4th year, in a row now, so not to toot my own horn.
Oh, wow.
Winning in the
I didn't
treasure
realize
chest?
that.
God, I got to be honest with you. I was home the other day, Clip, and I was listening to you guys, and it was like in the 5 o'clock hour that you opened up the chest. So I said, I'm going to try and call and see. Not to win, but I just want to see how hard it is. I've never called before. I probably tried 50 times. Couldn't even get the phone to ring.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get it to ring. Like, I just wanted to hear Shirley's voice. And, like, just yell a noise at her when she answers. Your caller number, say. I went, ah!
Well, you could have, when you won, and we said, where are you calling from? You say, Greenville. We go,
how close? What side of Greenville?
Oh, jeez.
And someone did make a good point online on Facebook.
It's the first time ever somebody made a good point on
Craig said there's no out of market. You're worldwide now.
On the interwebs.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
That is a good point when people can listen to us anywhere and watch us anywhere. All right, Tyler, here's the deal.
Tyler, a 4-time champion.
God, that's disgusting. Congratulations, though. I feel bad for people like...
The Down East Wood Duck 2020 was $100 to A.J. McMurphy's, and then last year was the UBE.
Man.
But who's my man that tries to win every year and he can't?
Chad Moore.
I feel bad for Chad, man. Like, I'm pulling for Chad. Like, I want Chad to win, and I want to happen under my watch, like when I'm here one day.
By the way, when we hang up with Tyler, there is another poem from Chad which is nice. He had one yesterday.
Okay. And we'll have another winner, so obviously Chad didn't win this time, but he'll have a chance to do it, in 5 o'clock hour?
Yep.
All right. All right. It's good news, bad news. Good news is, Tyler, you won a $100 gift card to Jersey Mike's.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Is that when we come down to watch the basketball game?
Yes. Bad news is I've got to get that from my man Wes. So I don't have it in hand. I'll be getting that for you.
We're gonna send you an IOU.
Yeah. So hang tight on that.
And then you print out.
Send you a rain check.
You print out the receipts. Mail those to us.
I was supposed to meet up with Wes today. We didn't get a chance to, so I'm gonna try and collect that for you Friday.
You know, you didn't have to mention.
I know I didn't have to, but I feel like I need to be honest.
Okay.
I didn't want I could have said, "Hey, we'll get it to you next week" or whatever, which usually takes a week.
So that would have been honest.
I know. But I just want him to know, hey, man, I'm working for you tomorrow to get your gift card.
All right, there you go.
All right, Tyler?
I appreciate it, and I appreciate everything you guys do on a daily basis. Keep it up. Thank you.
All right, well, we'll be in touch with you on how you can collect that. And Jersey Mike's going to Tyler Macemore. Thanks for listening, buddy.
Everybody likes
Jersey Mike's.
Great prize for Tyler Macemore.
How about, and look, I had just texted Wes. How about this, that he wins today?
No, this is not Wes Hines.
No.
People out there.
I'm getting the subs. You said you wanted two number $100.
So I'll work on this tomorrow. When do you need them? I'm going to say, now I need it now.
Tyler needs them now. If you could run it out to Winston-Salem, we'd appreciate it.
Wes Shepard, this has just moved up the DEF CON chart, too.
Good to go. All right.
Number 5 here.
So, by the way, you just mentioned Chad Moore still looking for his first treasure chest win. On Twitter, he says, well, it was that time again. I called and prayed amen. Then it happened, the phone rang, and my heart felt great. Only for tweeting Charles to tell me I was caller 8.
Man. Chad, not a winner, but has turned into a poet.
And who didn't know it?
Hey!
Who didn't know it?
Who didn't know it?
Who didn't know it? Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll open up 40 bowls in 14 days with Troy D.
80s version?
Playing the Troy D version.
God bless you.
Beautiful. Of the song, which that is a very special treat. Shirley actually sang on that one, Troy.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't happen
And you know, like, this is kind of a hobby of mine. If you're doing some new ones next week, I'd love to offer my cameo services to you to be backup vocals for any other themes you would like to do.
I want to do some more. I gotta think of these genres.
You know, Purple Rain is a big, made my debut at...
Well, see, we
No, I'm just saying that's my...
40 bowls in 14 days.
Purple Rain was my thing for Free Boot Friday, but I'd love to help out here if I can.
All right.
I'll do whatever you need, Clip.
All right.
You call the shots. You be the captain. I'll just be...
I need a background
I'll just be rolling the boat, buddy.
All right. That sounds good. Let's take a break, come back. More to go. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live after this.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Come be merry and bright this holiday season at the Sidebar in Uptown Greenville. The Sidebar's beautiful atmosphere, whether indoors or outdoors on the patio, is sure to bring Christmas cheer with the helping hand of their amazing food and delicious drinks. Located beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House, the Sidebar offers dinner and Sunday brunch from 10:30 to 2, and stay tuned, lunch will be served starting in January. For more information, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information, please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. And they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you on a busy Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We've already talked to Holt Nailers. We've already opened up the Pirate Radio treasure chest. We'll do that again in hour 3. We still have to talk to Kevin Monroe, the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, the voice, Jeff Charles. Also, Joe Cashion, play-by-play voice of Coastal Carolina, will join us as well. So we got a lot to do on today's program. Thanks for tuning in to Pirate Radio Live. We'll be here on Friday. We'll be here Monday through Thursday next week. So still a lot of opportunities to win inside the holiday treasure chest.
Hard to believe, last weekend before Christmas coming up this weekend.
That's right.
Wild stuff. This week is really going by fast, Clip. I was talking with my kids about that. Like, for whatever reason, this week, it's been a complete blur.
It's flying by.
Like, because really, by the time you get done with this show, you're almost into Friday. and then it's the weekend.
Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
It's just, I mean, but is it just me, or is it has gone by as fast for you too?
It felt pretty normal.
Okay. Then maybe it's just me.
Could be you.
Could be.
Anything else?
No, I was just saying.
Okay. All right.
You're hosting today. I hosted Monday. This is back to you, Clip.
Back to me. All right. Let's look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub-Buck.
It's kind of like a tennis match. If only one person hits the ball, though, it's not a good match.
That's an ace.
You got to go back and forth.
You got to have a nice.
Got to have a partner. Nobody plays tennis by themselves.
Tonight on Amazon Prime and on Pirate Radio, San Francisco taking on Seattle. Quarterback concerns for the Niners could be Josh Johnson starting.
Who?
Josh Johnson.
You don't know who Josh Johnson is?
Chandler and I have both seen Josh Johnson play live. I saw him play live in like 2010 or 9 against when Washington played Tampa. You saw him play for who?
He was playing for y'all.
For us,
he was
against the Titans.
He was the starter for the Redskins
Where was
at
his
the time.
college career?
San Diego. So from 08 to 11, Josh Johnson played for the Bucks. He was then on the 49ers, the Sacramento Mountain Lions. I don't know what that is.
Wow, it's like a flag football team.
The Cleveland Browns, the Cincinnati Bengals, 49ers, Bengals, Jets, Colts, Bills. I'm only in 2015, Troy. Relax.
Jeez.
Ravens, Giants, Texans, Raiders, Redskins, San Diego Fleet from the AAF. Lions, the Los Angeles Wildcats. I don't know what that is. Niners, Jets, Ravens, Broncos, and he was signed by the Niners recently and could start tonight.
This is what I would call a true journeyman.
This is the definition of a journeyman.
Wow. Don't buy, only rent if you're that dude. But this is why I'm saying Holton Ahlers could have a good future, because if a guy like this can make, I mean, he's been in it for over 10 years now.
He's been in it for almost 15 years.
I'm saying once Holton gets 100% healed and you get the right people around him, I'm telling you, he can be more successful than that guy. And look at the career that guy's had. Financially, he's probably done pretty damn well.
Everybody talks about Josh McCown and Ryan Fitzpatrick now, which they are, some of the greatest journeymen of all time when it comes to the NFL. I feel like Josh Johnson is not talked about enough.
Nobody has journeyed like Josh Johnson.
I mean, that's crazy.
And now he gets his big break.
Well, one of.
No, but
one of the 30.
What if he becomes a star tonight?
It could happen. Or Brock Purdy might play. We'll see. But either way, they are a playoff team. Josh Johnson could be playing some playoff football. Geno Smith quarterbacking the Seahawks. That's a big game tonight in the NFC West.
Huge game for the Seahawks, because with the Panthers win on Sunday, that knocks them out of a playoff spot. So they're trying to claw their way back in. So they're sniffing, they're loitering. So.
Oh, God, this is scary. I thought about this last night. I don't know if it was a dream or I was just like daydreaming,
I don't want to know.
But y'all crept into my subconscious.
Oh, thanks.
And it was like you were doing a bit talking about In the Hunt, and then y'all were joking around about how ESPN is now calling it sniffing around. And I was actually on the show, and I said, you know what, just to simplify things, they've come up with a new term at ESPN, and they're just going to call it, God, hold on. It was sniffing the hunt or in the sniff. It was one of those two.
Whoa. This was a dream?
This was a dream I had.
Oh, I thought you said it was a thought.
No, it was like a dream. I was in a dream, and but it was combining in the hunt and sniffing around.
In the sniff?
In the sniff. That's what it was. That's what it was, Clip. God, were you in my dream?
Apparently I was.
In the sniff. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes, that was what they're going to.
Writing it down?
Yeah, so I don't
wrote
forget
it down.
that. So now teams that are on the bubble will be known as in the sniff.
Oh my gosh.
I have dreams about pirate radio, and every time I do, a lot of the times I'm the producer and the computer doesn't work. Sometimes I'm the host and I haven't prepared for the show. It's kind of like the showing up to school and
right, your homework's not done.
Yeah,
you don't have any pants on.
You don't
That's
know
what I
where your
always
classes
had.
are. I have that one still, but I have pirate radio dreams where I'm unprepared to do a show and like don't know what to do.
Yeah,
and
I woke up in the middle of the night, and that was, I remember the dream was like talking about in the hunt and sniffing around, and we joked about in the sniff.
Are you having like deja vu right now?
Yes, very much.
You're like
so.
living out.
Now I'm on the show talking about those very things. that I dreamed about.
It's crazy.
So maybe I manifested that into reality.
That is wild stuff. Weird, wild stuff. All right, Troy, let's go 40 bowls in 14 days.
I think I'd have better dreams of that clip, but I'm sorry to report I don't.
Yeah, that's pretty lame. That is very lame. All right, Shirley Rhodes hit the Troy D 80s edition of 40 bowls in 14 days.
Standing.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days. Oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days. Ooh. 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 14 days. 40 bowls in 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 14 days. Yeah. 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days.
I'd like the extended mix of that clip. Can you not cut them off next time, please?
Yeah, not bad.
God, that just puts me in a good mood right there. Isn't it amazing how music can just change your whole mood?
Yeah.
I hate that it ended so abruptly because I feel like me and Shirley were about to
Y'all were about to.
We were about
I know.
to bring the house down.
God, that was great.
You got to give the people, leave the people wanting more, though.
As I said yesterday, probably the best song you've ever done.
It took a lot. I was up all night writing that song.
It was incredible. Sometimes the simplicity is what makes it beautiful.
Yeah. You know, Troy, The Spirit of Radio by Rush, great song. It says the magic music makes your morning mood.
Wow.
Your words there reminded me of that.
That's awesome.
Because music it can lift you up. Sometimes if you're in a sad mood, you want to hear a sad song.
Yeah.
If you want to get in the Christmas spirit, you listen to Christmas music.
Don't you?
To get hyped up, you listen to like some rap or
I was
some
down at
hard
UBE
rock.
today talking to Chad from UBE, and he was they're shipping out items like crazy, as you can imagine, for Christmas from pirateware.com. Free plug. And he had Christmas music blasting on the speakers down there, like on his computer. It was kind of festive.
Mm-hmm.
All the gifts going out, the Christmas music, it was making me feel a little festive there, Clip. So music can change your whole mood.
Your whole outlook.
Or it can bring back a memory.
It always brings back a memory.
Because you'll be like, oh, I remember that from what I was doing in high school when that song was popular, or college, or last week. Same thing with smells.
Definitely.
Sometimes the smell can take you back. I remember walking into my kids' middle school, and it brought back a memory of my middle school, I think. I guess there's certain middle schools that just have that unique smell. You know, I'm not even saying it's bad, but it's that middle school smell.
I got you. Sniffing around in the sniff.
Took me right back to 7th grade.
Conan says, oh my God, this is glorious. As a Gen Xer, thank you for this.
See?
We just made his mood.
Yeah. There's a lot of, and I am proudly a Gen Xer.
Why are you proud?
Because I think our generation's a great generation, the Gen X generation. And I feel there's a lot of Gen Xers that listen to this show that can identify with me and what I like, because they like the same thing. And it's maybe the younger generations that can't or want to mock it. So I feel like
God, you sound old.
I represent Gen X Nation here.
These damn kids.
So I would just like to say thank you for your support, Gen X, fellow Gen Xers.
All right. Shout out to you. What am I? I'm Gen X?
You might be a millennial, my friend. Although you're, is there something in between Gen X and millennial? I got to
I don't know. I'm just a
Google that up.
I'm just a dude.
You might be a millennial. You could be on the outer edge of Gen X.
You might be a millennial. Check that out on my new...
You might be a younger Gen Xer.
I got a new Jeff Foxworthy type CD coming out.
You could be a Gen Xer.
I could be.
Is you 40 now?
41 now.
Oh, wow.
Yep, 41. All right, Troy, your game is a game you're familiar with, a bowl game you have attended in the past.
Well, I've attended the Peach Bowl, as some folks may or may not know.
It is not that one.
I have attended the Birmingham Bowl before, which we've already picked.
It is not that one.
I have attended the Beef O'Brady's Bowl, which is now something reincarnated in Tampa and St. Pete.
Bryce Williams, two-time Beef O'Brady's Bowl champion, but it is not that one.
I have attended, what is the other? Mobile Bowl down in Mobile, Alabama.
Troy, I hate to report, it is not that one.
I have attended the Military Bowl.
Unbelievably, it's not that one. This is not a joke.
I know.
Will you remember this bowl?
I have. I'm trying to think of all the bowls I've gone to.
You've been to 40 bowls in 14 days. It is not the galleryfurniture.com
I have
bowl.
been to that one. I have been to that one.
All right.
In Houston,
Don't
Texas.
say it, Chandler.
I was going to say, was it the...
Don't say it. Don't let him...
Give me a hint. I'm running out of bowls that I can think of.
Oh, this is great that you've named all those and really don't know
Just
this
think
one.
of all the ECU bowl games we've...
I know. What am I leaving out? Did we win it? We probably didn't win it.
We have won this.
Oh, I know. The one... well, no, I said Mobile. We played TCU and...
we've won and lost.
Oh, boy. Give me the state that
I
it's in.
figured you'd go with this one first.
Give me the state.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Come on, Troy. We believe in you.
We believe.
I said Peach Bowl.
We don't believe in you that much.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, so there was another bowl in Georgia.
Where? Macon?
Can I...
Yeah, you can say that.
Give me a hint.
Can I
Give me
get
a
a
hint.
hint?
Yeah.
We don't... Well, when we do the treasure chest, we don't want you to get that damn bell out.
Okay.
Oh, the Liberty Bowl.
There.
Yeah, God, I've been there 100 times in Memphis.
I know.
Yeah, how did I forget that one?
That is crazy.
God, that's right, the Liberty Bowl.
The Liberty Bowl.
Yeah. Golly, I can't believe it. That's been some great experiences there.
Not only have you been there, Troy, you've been there and seen this team play in the Liberty Bowl. Arkansas.
Yes, I have. Interviewed their coach.
Bobby P.
Yep.
Motorcycle Man?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Troy doesn't like him. They had an incident.
We did have an incident after the game.
Clip, do you Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I just asked a legit question. He didn't like it. Got all nasty with me.
He seems like one of those guys.
But it was the quote that the national media picked up on and used in all their articles.
Wow. Do you remember the quarterback clip? I'm sure you do, but the quarterback for Arkansas in that bowl game.
I do. And I bring one of these everywhere I go in the trunk of my car. A mallet.
Oh, wow. That's scary.
Ryan Mallett.
Ryan Mallett.
Yeah.
Well done, Troy.
All right. They will be playing a surprise team from this year, Troy, from the Ashes, the Kansas Jayhawks.
I will say this. The Liberty Bowl, as far as a bowl festivities, is now it's freezing cold in Memphis every time we're there for whatever reason. I mean, it is absolutely like Alaska cold. But I always had a good time there. Like, it was always a fun bowl to attend.
I remember on Pirate Radio, y'all would always talk to Silky
O'Sullivan. Yep.
Yeah.
He was quite the character. Rest in peace, Silky.
Yeah.
And Silky was one of those guys that I met the first time, even predating Pirate Radio. I remember him contacting me and actually reaching out to Pirate fans and did a marketing trip to Greenville just to promote Silky O'Sullivan's as the home of ECU.
That's pretty cool.
And to rally support. So I kind of took him under my wing, showed him around town, got him on some media exposure, and we were,
I am right in saying they won. Didn't they beat
well, we lost to
Stanford?
Yes, the year before we played Illinois and lost like 30-0.
Yeah.
Got back the next year and beat Stanford.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a trivia question.
And then we had back-to-back or close back-to-back year or back-to-back times we played SEC teams that had heartbreakers.
Kentucky.
Yeah. Those were tough.
What's your question?
What professional sports owner will be cheering on the Razorbacks because he was an alumni there?
Oh, that's easy. Jerry Jones. He loves him some glory hole from his Razorback days.
And there it was.
Hit it, Shirley.
Right. I can't tell you how many times in my life
This is like
when
music.
I
It
have
puts you in a
had
good
it
mood.
handed to me in a lot of different ways. But I went back to work, got up on Monday morning, and there it was. Glory hole.
Oh.
Right there in the middle of it.
His glory hole days started in college, I think, too.
Yeah.
He was a glory hole Razorback.
What professional golfer will be cheering on the Razorbacks because he was an alumni there?
I am going to say John Daly.
And you are going to be
2 for
correct.
2.
2 for
Wow,
2, Troy
awesome.
D.
Know your alums. Know your alums.
I would say something.
What
for Kansas,
former
but I don't.
ECU head basketball coach will be rooting on the Jayhawks in the bowl game?
Well, that would be Joe Dooley.
That is
Ooh, yeah.
correct.
3
All
for
right.
3.
Who are you picking to win this game?
This is Kansas versus Arkansas.
Yep. Arkansas versus Kansas. Why is Kansas not pronounced Kansas? Anybody ever thought of that?
Let me see it. Let's see.
Think about it.
Kansas. Or should it be Kansas?
Well, why? Oh, should it be Arkansas then?
Arkansas versus Kansas.
Arkansas.
I'm down with that.
Or either Arkansas versus Kansas.
I like Arkansas versus Kansas.
All right.
Which sass are you going with?
Don't sass me.
I am going to sass you because I am taking Arkansas.
All right.
I'm not going against the SEC in this bowl game.
Sam Pittman and Arkansas.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I've interacted with their fan base before. Unbelievable fan base these people
Did they
have.
do the chant in the stand?
Oh, they did everything. They did everything. They took over that place. Their fan base is enormous. Their media following is enormous. I guess there's nothing else in Arkansas, quite honestly, so I don't blame them. But there aren't pro teams that have this amount of coverage and this amount of fans. It was unbelievable how big their support base is.
I believe I have a trivia question. I think it was. I didn't go to these bowl games, but I think I remember this. Who sang at one of the halftime shows at the Liberty Bowl, Troy?
God, I would have no idea. I don't think I've ever been in my seat at a halftime.
Eddie Money played at one of them. Do you remember that at all?
You know what? Now that you mention that,
Was that one of the Liberty Bowls, you think?
it might have been.
Or what, it would have been military? I think it was Liberty.
It does kind of ring a bell now that you mention it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen you've been to a Super Bowl.
2.
You
Yeah.
saw Janet Jackson's boob?
Yeah, and in fact, they before the Super Bowl that year, it was in Houston. They put on a free concert next door in the Astrodome, which is still there. So we went to the Astrodome and saw what was the '80s group? The guy I wear my sunglasses at night.
Corey Hart.
No. Okay, it wasn't him. It was that's not the guy. It was Eddie
Van Halen.
No.
Eddie and the Crusaders?
No.
Eddie Vedder.
Oh shoot, who was it? Was God, I'm gonna have to think of it.
Eddie Nichols is a cousin.
Maybe it wasn't Eddie. It was one of those famous '80s bands.
Whoopi Goldberg played in a movie called Eddie.
I can see his face.
Eddie Singleton's my
see his face.
cousin's husband.
You don't know what song he sang?
I just went blank on it.
Eddie House played at Arizona State.
You know what's gonna happen? Eddie Money. Was that it? What song?
We had just talked about
Wait.
him.
What songs did Eddie Money play?
Take Me Home Tonight.
Take me home tonight.
Is he 2 Tickets to Paradise?
He is also
That's
2
it.
Tickets to Paradise.
Eddie Money played. Has he died?
Wait, man.
Did he die?
Wait.
The guy I saw died recently.
Okay, we had just brought him up because he played at the
I know, but actually,
You're saying he played at both events?
he played pregame Super Bowl. Yes.
All right. Are you sure you're not just thinking of him because
I
we
could
just
be
talked about
getting
him 5
confused.
seconds
I'll
ago?
find. Ellerby was with me. I'll ask Ellerby. He probably has a better memory than I do.
Eddie Munster.
But we went and saw a concert in the Astrodome before.
So halftime of the Patriots-Bears Super Bowl, were they still doing like bands and stuff, or did they have an act? I can Google that up and find out. Because halftime,
I don't know. I was young. I was back then. I was like 14. I don't remember halftime.
you should have said you were like 6 or something.
By the way, Eddie Money is dead.
Yeah, it might have been him.
He died in 2019.
The referee for that Super Bowl was Red Cashion. He was famous for the first down.
Is he related to the guest we're going to have on in the 5 o'clock hour?
It's a great question.
What was he famous for again?
First down. They would put it in the Madden video games early on.
Yeah.
First down. Red Cashion.
Yeah. See that ref that's jacked? Like, it makes the Ed
They're
Hockley,
all jacked.
The Ed
now.
Hockley guy look like a wimp.
Ed Hockley started a trend.
God, these guys are like jacked, like super ripped, like refs.
Hockley's
Like,
son now does it.
I'm like, damn, are these guys players or are they refs?
Wynton Marsalis performed the national anthem at the Super Bowl you're at, Troy.
Oh, that's cool.
Bart Starr was at the coin toss, and yeah, they were still doing like bands. Up with the people.
Up with people.
Up with people. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. See, they had the contract for the longest time for the halftime entertainment with the NFL. It was Up with People. In fact, ECU's alum Tommy Spalding, that many people would know that are listening, used to work with Up with People before he branched off on his own.
How about that?
Yeah.
Troy, this is a Troy D question. We got to go. We got to take a break.
I know.
How much was the cost of a 30-second commercial in 1985?
For the Super Bowl?
That game was played 1986, January. How much was the cost of a 30-second commercial back then?
I'd say probably $30,000.
This says 550,000. Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah. Like half of.
Oh, wow. Half a million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which
a lot.
nowadays it's
Nowadays, I think
of
it's,
dollars.
I want to say $3 to $5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first year it got to $1 million. I was like, wow, that's a lot. I don't know if it'll ever get higher than that.
30 seconds.
Now they're like, I swear, I think it's like $3 million. Of course, that company that did that one with Tom Brady last year, remember that real kind of cool, like that, if FTX?
Oh,
it was the,
Larry David.
Yeah, he had all the celebrities in it.
Yeah.
That company now has gone belly up, bankrupt. It's been a fraud case, and the CEO now has been arrested in the Bahamas.
Oh, my God.
People have lost millions, if not billions of dollars. And they're saying, I read an article this morning saying the Super Bowl ad was paid for illegally through investors' money.
Did Brett Favre have anything to do with it? Nadu.
But yeah, and I thought it was one of the cooler ads. The ad was really cool.
Yeah.
But the whole thing was they're saying it was like a Bernie Madoff deal.
Yep. It was a scam.
But even more so because he was so high profile about it. You know, Bernie Madoff never did a Super Bowl ad. The gall of this guy.
The gall. Troy, we'll talk to you Monday.
Sounds good, Clipper. Enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Fun hour plus. We'll take a break, come back. Busy hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Kevin Monroe joins us on the other side of this timeout.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
There's no better time to shop Russell's in downtown Washington than right now. Don't let a cancellation or a back order spoil your Christmas. I'm Russell Smith, and I can assure you we have a store full of goodies to satisfy anybody on your list. We've been right here in the same location for 39 years making Christmas wishes come true. If you can't decide on the perfect gift, just select a gift certificate for any amount you desire. The shopping is easy, and the signature wrap is free and beautiful. Merry Christmas to the Pirate Nation, and we invite you to shop Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Let's get ready for the new year with new amazing deals. That's right, all 22 models need to go to make room for the all-new 23 models. So I'm selling all 22 models at invoice minus all rebates you qualify for. So you can see discounts up to $10,000 off 22 models. That's amazing. Also, come check out our new addition to our service department. We added 8 new service bays to accommodate our customers and serve you faster and get you back on the road. Don't forget, we also are a Rough Country certified dealer, carry BMW hitches, truck toolboxes, and more for your vehicle. And this is the last month to collect the $7,500 tax credit on all Jeep 4xEs. That's right, the last month, December, to collect the tax credit. That's savings up to $7,500. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Enjoy the comfort, style, and beauty of the holidays at Bostic Sugg Furniture. We have everything you need to deck your halls for less. Living room furniture for family get-togethers, dining sets for holiday dinners, bedrooms, and more. Save up to 70% off clearance items, plus 6 months special financing. Settle down to a long winter's nap on a comfortable new mattress with 48 months special financing. We have your holiday comfort savings at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Shirley. Chandler Honeycutt here, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to Kevin Monroe. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clip. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well, and I guess getting ready for some bowls. They begin on Friday. Kevin, out of the 40-plus bowl games going on this year, I know you'll watch one in its entirety for sure, East Carolina and Coastal Carolina in the Birmingham Bowl, but how many, I guess at least a piece of a bowl, how many bowl games do you think you'll watch out of the, I think, 41 bowls this year?
I definitely will watch all of the playoff games, playoff bowl games, and I will probably watch the majority of games that kind of come on in that couple-day span around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Kind of that's always fun to do because you're home, you're out of work, and you get a chance to just sit there and kind of watch bowl games all day. So I'll definitely will watch those. I don't know how many of the earlier date games I'll watch that kind of start here in the next couple of days. But anytime there's a good football game on with two good competitive teams, I like to watch. My wife and I have been big into Christmas movies lately, so it's pretty much every night we're watching Christmas movies, which is pretty fun. But I think I'll sneak in some bowl games.
Do you have any, I mean, they're all, we've seen them all at this point. Any, under-the-radar Christmas movies you like, or you could tell us?
Well, honestly, I like the newer ones when they, Netflix will come out with a new one, or Amazon Prime. I'll just check that out because it's something you've not seen before, and they always got a different little spin on it. But, the Santa Claus and the Christmas Chronicles and the Home Alones and the Elves, we definitely get in all those as well. But I like to see what newer ones. I'm not as big on the Hallmark ones because they're always so cheesy and with bad acting. If you can get a movie with some good actors in it, it's about Christmas, I'm usually in.
Kevin, you're just a holiday guy. We know you're Mr. Halloween. You're into you like the holidays, I guess, right?
I do, man. I'm just a big fan.
Good stuff. Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, we are kind of going through the waters here of the NIL with uncertainty and transfer portal and all that, and this new world that we live in, and we see new stuff every day. This is I think this is a new one to me, a player entering the transfer portal, but he's going to play one final game with his team, Grayson McCall. You wonder if this is a start to a trend or this is a one-off, but some news coming out earlier this week, Grayson McCall will transfer from Coastal Carolina, but plans on playing in the bowl game with his teammates. So what's your take on that?
I think it's interesting. I think you kind of get blackballed a little bit when you enter the transfer portal, and so guys kind of are like, well, if you don't want to be with us, we don't want you around. Obviously, they want to win this game, and he gives them the best chance to do that. So I don't think he'll get too much blowback. But I don't expect that to be a norm. You know, it's one thing if you're going to go to the NFL and you say I'm going to play in this bowl game, but not just I'm going to transfer to a different school. I don't love that look. It's almost like if you've got one foot out the door, go ahead and put two out the door instead of just hanging around. So I don't think it'll be a trend, and I'm surprised that he's so welcomed to play in that game. Like I said, they want to win.
Yeah, I've had this discussion too, Kevin. I haven't been in a locker room like you have, so you can speak to it. But I feel like the blowback certainly comes from the fans. And like I've used this example, Avery Jones transferring from East Carolina to Illinois will not play in the bowl game for the Pirates. And I see Rajay Harris and his teammates saying, good luck, brother, stuff like that, giving him regards as he heads out. And the fans kind of get on him and say you're a quitter and all that. But do you think there's some of that in the locker room as well, where guys are like, hey, where are you going? We got another game. I feel like it's more fans than players, but I don't know. It sounds like you think that the teammates might feel that way too.
Yeah, I think it's some of both. I think it's got to be a legit deal, right? If a kid leaves East Carolina and goes to Louisiana Lafayette or somewhere in conference, then that's problematic, because what you're saying is, I just don't like this school, I don't like this coach, I don't like this program. I'm going to go to somewhere where it's not a step up, and I just want to play football. But, if Avery Jones is going to the Big Ten and now he's a part of a Power 5 conference, it's hard to get mad at that. You'd like to see kids hang around and stick it out, especially if they're starters. But if a kid's giving himself a better opportunity to get in the NFL one day, then his teammates are going to respect that. The coaches don't have to like it. The fans don't have to like it. But I just want to see a guy taking a step forward to a Power 5 school if he's going to leave here. I don't want to see any kind of lateral transition.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Something we've seen throughout the years, Kevin, is kids decommitting, committing to a school, and then a bigger school, quote unquote, will come after them. We've seen that a lot this offseason for East Carolina, a lot of decommits. Now, at the same time, Mike Houston is still going after kids that have committed to other schools. So it's happening everywhere. East Carolina's not the only one that's had decommits, but there has been a rash of them this year, Kevin. And you kind of wonder, is it NIL? Is it teams going after 5 stars and they couldn't get them, so now they have to go after players that East Carolina has recruited and has committed? But that has happened several times here over the last couple weeks.
So I have a bit of a soft spot for that, because I think what happens is that schools can only recruit so many players at certain positions, right? Because if you recruit one quarterback and then you go and recruit 3 more, you're going to lose the one that you got. And so they have to be very careful. And so if a quarterback, let's just say, I was in a situation where when I was coming out, Carolina recruited me, but they never offered me. And they told me straight up, you are on our wait and see list. And basically they were saying, if so-and-so doesn't commit, we want you. And I got it. I respected them for telling me up front, and they ended up getting Dre Bly and another kid that ended up going to the NFL in that same year. That's who they were going after. But had Dre Bly decided he was going to go to UVA or somewhere else, and they called me back and said, hey, we want you now, I wouldn't have been mad at them about it. I still would have come to East Carolina because East Carolina wanted me from the beginning, but I wouldn't have been mad about it because they were upfront with it from the very beginning. So what I'm getting at is if schools get decommits and then they come after and then they go back out to a guy that they never offered in the beginning, I could understand why that kid might entertain it and might go there. So if East Carolina gets kids that are committing to them, and then all of a sudden a bigger school, and I'm not calling Carolina a bigger school in this scenario, I'm just saying if some other school, reached out to them and said, we want you now, I could see where they might decommit and go to where they wanted to go from the beginning.
Kevin Monroe, good stuff joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Kevin, another trend we're seeing, Jeff Saturday hired off his couch by the Colts. You got Trent Dilfer taking over the UAB job. I'm still trying to figure out the ties there. A Fresno State guy going to UAB, first-time head coach, and saw today that Drew Brees is going to be working and helping with the coaching transition at Purdue, serving as an assistant coach for the Boilermakers in their bowl game. So I guess my question is, when is Kevin Monroe going to become a head coach somewhere? I mean, that's the trend, right?
It's funny you say that because my son's high school head coaching position became available this past season after the season ended. The coach resigned, and so people have been coming up to me left and right asking me if I'm going to apply for the job. It just doesn't work like that normally. You need to be in the coaching system. You need to have been an offense coordinator, defense coordinator. You need to have some years of experience before you become a head coach. So I'll say it this way: I am okay with guys being hired to be assistants that have never coached before, because they still get to learn under the coordinators, learn under the head coaches. I don't like Jeff Saturday becoming the head coach. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the guys that have put in work. It's not fair to the guys that have been, worked their way up the system, to have some guy just come off the street who was, a great player and a great broadcaster, but not a head coach. And so there's so much you have to learn about being a head coach that you just can't get from watching on TV or playing the game. It's just whether it's when to call timeouts, when not to call timeouts, what situations to go forward on fourth down, all the statistics that go into it. You need that experience. And Jeff Saturday just didn't have it. And so I'll say that. I love guys that are former players getting hired as assistants, just not as head coaches until they get that experience.
Yeah, you hear the stories about so much grinding, and like Gruden, I've heard him a lot, where he was like sleeping in the video room as a lowly guy on the totem pole and works his way up. You hear those stories. And Kevin, you've carved out a great career for yourself as a financial advisor. Did you ever have coaching aspirations, or did you know once you were done playing you were going to get into a different part of athletics, I guess?
I did know that I thought I wanted to coach. Little known fact, the breadwinner in the household, the person that makes the most money in the household, is the wife. And the wife was in medical school in East Carolina, and I knew she was going to do big things. And so I didn't want to be dragging her all around the country at my coaching jobs, knowing that she was going to be really successful as a doctor. And so I wanted to get a good, stable job, make decent money on my own, but make sure that she could plant her roots and start her practice and do the things that she wanted to do as a physician, and not have to be chasing around every time I got fired. So that's the reason I didn't go into coaching, but I certainly had some aspirations to do it.
Yeah, that's interesting. It reminds me of a tweet I read, and I'm going to pull it up right now, from Kurt Benkert, former Pirate, transferred to Virginia when Coach Ruff left, but he tweeted out yesterday, "Today was the first time I've ever said no to an NFL opportunity, and I couldn't be more conflicted about it. I feel like I owed it to the girls to have some normalcy in our life, especially throughout the end of the year, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't a really hard day." And you don't really think about that with coaches, with players. Kurt Benkert is doing all he can to get a shot, but I guess it's not working out right now logistically with the family and everything, and these are the decisions that people have to make. You kind of touched on it there with yourself.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And coming out, Forrest Foster got into coaching. He was my cornerback mate. We were really good friends, and he got his first job at North Carolina A&T. Did a great job. One of his defensive backs got drafted that year and everything, but they didn't have a successful season. And literally at the end of that year, the whole staff was fired. So he was in for 1 year, got fired, and he was like, "I'm done with this," and he got into the melt. And so it's just one of those experiences where you can get into a great situation, under a Bobby Bowden or somebody like that coaches for 30 or 40 years, and you have job security, or you can just get into this carousel where you're fired every 3 or 4 years, no matter how good a job you do, unless you're the head man.
Yeah.
I think people are choosing to do other things.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, let's pick a bowl game. It's 40 bowls in 14 days.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days.
Rock 40 bowls!
40 bowls. 14 days. 40 bowls. 14 days. 40 bowls. 14 days.
And Kevin Monroe will go Wednesday, December 28th, 2 o'clock on ESPN. The Military Bowl, East Carolina was rumored to be potentially heading there once again. Went last year, didn't play the game, of course. This year, good matchup, Duke and UCF. How about Duke, Kevin, surprising everybody in the ACC this year with the season they had, and UCF disappointed not to play and play for or win a championship down in Tulane. They could be in a much bigger bowl game right now. So if you go off of motivation and who wants to be there, Duke is certainly the pick here. But what do you think once they suit up and play it?
Well, first, when we talked last week, I took, what was it? I think it was North Texas. And who are they playing? Boise?
You had North Texas versus Boise. Yep.
Yeah, and I think I said Boise would, but North Texas would cover. So let's not forget that, because I don't want to lose that game. But also, so we got here Duke and UCF. Who's favoring this one? Do you know?
Let's see. I'm gonna
UCF.
I'll look it up right now. I'm gonna say UCF. I'll take a guess and say UCF -6. Let's see what it is though first before you pick.
Right.
But again, Kevin, motivation when you're looking at these games, a huge factor, right?
Absolutely. And so, UCF moving on, in conference and wanting to look good for their recruits coming in the next year or so. I think they've got a lot riding on this game. I love the Duke season.
Duke by 3, Kevin.
Oh, how about that?
Motivation is a factor, apparently.
So maybe it's the Power 5 thing with Duke, and they're giving them the benefit of the doubt because of that. But I expect to see UCF show up. I think we caught UCF on a down day, maybe a trap game. Maybe they weren't expecting us to play the way we played. And so I fully expect them to win that game. So I'll take UCF to win and cover.
All right. Kevin says he doesn't need the points. Give him the money line, UCF and Duke. All right, Kevin, we'll wrap it up with some NFL talk. Sunday night, Washington and New York, kind of a loser leaves town match. Going to be tough to make the playoffs if you lose that one. And we're keeping an eye on San Fran and Seattle tonight. Seattle in the playoff mix. How about the Detroit Lions, Kevin, in the playoff mix right now as we sit here with just a few games left to go in the regular season?
Yeah, I think they're 5-1 in their last 6 games.
Yeah.
They come out of nowhere. They're playing well for Jared Goff. They're playing well for the coach. The running backs having an insane year. They just got the kid back that had been out all year from Alabama, the receiver, I believe. And so,
Jameson Williams touchdown in his first game.
Yeah, they're stepping up, man. So I like Detroit Lions. I don't know if they're ready to be a playoff team, but they're certainly showing over the back half of the season that they want to get in.
Kevin, is there such thing as a bad win, an ugly win in the NFL? You know what I'm talking about. Your boys against the Texans last week.
Well, I think if you play poorly and find a way to win, it's much better than playing really well and lose, right?
Yeah.
So I'll take it, and I think there's lessons to be learned there. Hey, we can't just show up and play like crap and expect to win games, yada, yada, yada. So I was happy with the fact they got their 10th win, and they didn't lose to the worst team in football, but they sure did look pretty bad.
Still trying to keep pace with the Eagles. You play them again, right, Kevin? So you got that one, and you're going to find
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, another one somewhere. Kevin, good stuff, man. Thanks for joining us. We do have a show next Thursday. We might track you down one more time if we don't. Great to chat with you all season long. Have a Merry Christmas, Kevin, and we'll certainly get you back on soon, though.
Listen, if you need me to fill time, I'm always available, so just give me a call. But, yeah, love the show. I appreciate you having me on every week.
All right. Always enjoy chatting with KMO, Kevin Monroe, here on Pirate Radio Live. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, more to go. We will hear from the BMOC, the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. We'll ask him about East Carolina Coastal. We'll ask him about East Carolina, South Carolina coming up this weekend. And more with the big man on campus. That's on the way after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall was voted Best Nightlife in Greenville for 2022. And don't miss their biggest New Year's Eve party ever, featuring Cooper Greer and the Eli Craig Band. Tickets are on sale now. This show will definitely sell out, so get yours in advance by visiting the Buck in person. Each ticket includes entry, a champagne toast, inclusion in the raffle, and more. Come ring in the new year at the Buck.
What's up, y'all? Cooper Greer here. New Year's Eve, come join me and my friends, the Eli Craig Band, at the Buccaneer Music Hall for the biggest New Year's Eve party around. It's going to be one hell of a party. Can't wait to see y'all.
Celebrate the holidays with America's favorite light beer, Bud Light. When planning your holiday festivities, be sure to pick up some Bud Lights at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's holiday fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this December and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Happy holidays from Bud Light and Carolina Eagle. Go Pirates!
Do you find it hard to stay healthy during the holidays? You're not alone. The secret is in all in what you eat. At Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we have certified dietitians to provide you with accurate advice on the eating plan and lifestyle choices that you need to make to help you live well. You need more than just an internet search to be able to get a plan that fits your unique needs. Your dietitian will customize an eating plan that is specific to your goals, your budget, and your lifestyle while providing coaching along the way. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates! North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations, from the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Brandon Manning or Randy Daniels at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
This is Miles Bear, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you heard Winslow's is now 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, and with a brand new look, 5th Street Hardware also has a new menu and serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. You can follow 5th Street Hardware on Instagram for the latest events and specials. It's a new look, a new name, but it's the same location, right on 5th Street, beside the State Theater. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Thursday, still to come. Jeff Charles, voice of Coastal Carolina, Joe Cashion, and another treasure chest winner, all ahead on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Right now, we'll head back out to the Pit Electric Live line and visit with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. A lot to talk about with the big man. Jeff, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Clip?
Doing good. And Jeff, we'll start always talking ECU with you. And the news this week for the Birmingham Bowl and for Coastal Carolina is Grayson McCall, the great quarterback from Coastal, would be entering the transfer portal. That was good news to Pirate fans until they found out in the same breath that he would be playing in the bowl game. So kind of a unique deal here, Jeff. You don't see this a lot at all, a guy entering the portal but playing in the bowl game. So what does that mean for Coastal? The line, East Carolina still a big favorite in this game. The total at 61, but anytime he's out there, he gives his team a chance to win. So it gets a little tougher for the Pirates with him in there, I guess.
It's bizarre. I can't really remember the last time I've seen this. Usually when you hit the transfer portal, it is, it's not good. You have kind of an issue going out with the former team or the school. It's odd. I've never seen. Do you remember this happening before?
No, this is the first case I can recall.
Yeah, it's very odd. That said, I still wouldn't have any interest in Coastal. I mean, keep in mind their coaches are gone as well. That's obviously a precarious situation. And I've told you before, if you have a team you're looking to back in bowl games, it's a team like ECU. A group that, we'll be honest, I mean, we probably figured out several games in that they were probably going to be a 7-8 win team, get to a bowl game with the amount of upperclassmen they have, the coach they have, the defense and offense that they have. They're just kind of built to win a bowl game. They're the kind of team you feel comfortable backing. You're not going to have your heads hang low. You're not going to have that. And that's one of the things we've seen in the early action in this game, Clip. I mean, the number of bets, 88% are on ECU. 75% of the money is on ECU. Sharp money is all over ECU. The right money is on ECU. I think ECU is the better team right now. I think from a motivational standpoint, they're surely the team I'm willing to back. And, to be fair, ECU has, been pretty good as an underdog, Clip. I mean, you look at their last 5 games as a dog, they're 4-1 against the spread, 8-2 over their last 10 as a dog. So, they're a team that I'm looking to back, or not as a dog, as a favorite. So I'm looking to back this team as a favorite. So I like the spot. I think they win by double digits.
You bring up some great points, Jeff. They check a lot of boxes when it comes to bowl games. Motivation's certainly there. East Carolina has not played in a bowl game since 2014, haven't won a bowl game since 2013. So they're going to be hungry, this group in particular, with Holden Ahlers kind of rebuilding the program into a winner. And the head coach is still there. The quarterback's there. They lost their starting center, Avery Jones, transferring to Illinois. But outside of that, everybody kind of remaining intact. So you like that stability when it comes to the Pirates. Let's talk about some of these other bowl games going on this weekend, Jeff. And I'm sure there's a line for Miami of Ohio, UAB, but what I'm looking at currently, it is off the board. And I don't know why that may be, Jeff, but that's the first game coming up tomorrow, 11:45, Bahamas Bowl. Also on Friday, you've got Troy and UTSA. And Troy is a 1.5-point favorite in the Cure Bowl, total at 55.5. So any interest in the games on Friday, big man?
Yeah, I think the first game is pretty interesting. UAB recently hired Trent Dilfer, kind of an interesting hire there. And you kind of look at both these teams. I feel like when I look at UAB, they have a kind of a dual threat type of quarterback. That's something that over the years UAB's kind of had some issues with teams like UTSA and groups like that. I think UAB will effectively move the ball. They kind of seem to be able to run the ball against pretty much everybody. I kind of have some interest in the over at 45. It's pretty low. I think, this game kind of screamed to me like, 27-24. I don't know if it'll be easy, but I see some matchup advantages for some of these teams. That I think, they can move the football. So I think that's kind of one that I had an eye on. As far as the other game, Oh, by the way, Clip, one thing to keep an eye on with UAB, I guess from what I heard, the players did send letters to the administration in lobbying for the interim coach to be the full-time coach, and they spurned them and went with Dilfer. So that's kind of an interesting one. Maybe they're not fully entrenched. I think Miami of Ohio getting 11 is probably the way I'd go there. As far as the other game, I don't know, kind of strength against strength. I think Troy can struggle a little bit of run defense. I think they'll have some trouble with Frank Harris. But I do like them on offense as well. Not really a game I had much interest in.
There are several bowl games coming up on Saturday as well. Instead of running down that slate, Jeff, I'll just ask, what are your you got a bowl game or two that you have your eye on for this bowl season that you already played or will play? Yeah,
I look at Fresno State as a group that I'm all over. They have really come on since Jay Kaner came back. Now, I do want to obviously double-check. Some of these, it's been so long that you kind of want to make sure everybody's still ready to go and playing. You don't want to see like a Jay Kaner take off the bowl to prepare for the NFL. But I think with the level, the fact that he just wasn't really in there much, I think Fresno's the play here. They're offensively very good, and defensively, I think they'll do some good things in this game. This is not a Washington State team that I'm running to back. I mean, they're not very good to me. I kind of lean Fresno here. I think with Hainer back there, it's a totally different team. And Mr. Tedford Bullwise is very good as a coach.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, let's talk a little college hoops before we get into the games tonight and games to watch this weekend. East Carolina playing South Carolina, and I think a very winnable game for the Pirates. The Pirates have not played a very high level of competition this season overall, and South Carolina, they got the SEC by their name, but they're 5-5. Jeff lost again last night. They are not a very good basketball team right now. This is a neutral site game. South Carolina will certainly be a favorite in this game in Greenville, South Carolina, but they play at 2:00 on Saturday. I don't know, any thoughts on the Gamecocks, Jeff? What should we should expect from them?
Well, I mean, they've had some real lumps this year. I mean, they're working with a new coach. They're kind of going from a really up and down system to more of a very slow, kind of deliberate system. Lamont Parrish, the coach, wants to play very slow. This team has kind of had issues. They're bad defensively and they're bad offensively. They can't make free throws. They turn the ball over. They don't get to the foul line. They're just kind of a complete mess. They've had some weird stretches where, like they beat Clemson the start of the season, and then, seemingly anybody they stepped up against, they got beat up, and then they lose a bad game to GW. Definitely a game I think very winnable. I will say, and I'm just going to continue to anchor this sentiment to most people out there. It's a real hard time to bet right now. You have a lot of teams in finals, and the universities aren't as stocked up as far as fans are concerned. There's just a lot going on. I keep stuff very small until we get to the first of the year. I will say, though, I mean, South Carolina's a solid team. They have good players. And ECU has, at times played down the competition, losing to teams like South Carolina State and Wilmington and groups like that. So I don't really know what ECU is. They're just kind of an up-and-down team, and they're hard to bet myself.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Man, looking at this slate Saturday, we got some bowl games coming up, but this might be the best day of basketball so far this year from a marquee game standpoint. I'll run down some of the games. Indiana taking on Kansas at noon. At 1 o'clock, Alabama Gonzaga at 2 o'clock, Houston Virginia, North Carolina Ohio State at 3. UCLA Kentucky at 5:15, UConn at Butler at 7, Tennessee and Arizona at 10:30. That's wall-to-wall great games coming up this Saturday, Jeff.
Yeah, you can't really pick which one you want to watch. It is customary. I always feel like the final Saturday before the holidays, there's always good games. You're at a Christmas party, you're kind of trying to stay tuned as to what's going on. But I don't even know where to begin. I think on a day like this, I'll kind of look, off the beaten path at games, kind of the ones that aren't being focused on. But like a game that I would look at is like Toledo-Marshall, and I'd say to myself, like, who stops who in that game? Like, it could be 98-95, and both those teams want to go a mile a minute. Neither are going to play any defense, and they're both very high-level offensive teams. So it's like I'm looking at something like that and saying that's first to 90 wins, right? So But yeah, I mean, there are some really interesting games. I think it's really at this point kind of the right before conference play starts, what teams are pretenders and what teams are contenders. I look at something like, Houston, Virginia, and I say, wow, two really good defensive teams, two really deliberate groups. Which one's better offensively? Which one's at home? I'm looking at Virginia and saying this is a chance for you to be from a Sweet 16 team to a team that can win it all. This is a huge game for Virginia. Is North Carolina a team that we can say can go on a neutral site and win a big game after their kind of tough start? I think UCF's an interesting team. They're a group that I'm really high on. Missouri's kind of been faltering. They got crushed by Kansas. Maybe they're a bit of a pretender. That's a big game for Central Florida in the grand scheme of things. Is Connecticut a team that can continue to stand undefeated? I've said before, and I'll say it again, I think this is a spot that they can go and lose at. Butler, Hinkle, that's a tough place to play. I will look towards a Butler there.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Looking forward to a great sports weekend, Jeff. Throw in a triple header of NFL on Saturday. It's one of the best sports days we've had in a while. So it's going to be a lot to keep an eye on. Any thoughts on a big one Sunday night? My Commanders taking on the Giants. Almost a loser leaves town match, kind of depending on what happens with the Seahawks tonight and the rest of the way. The Lions are all of a sudden frisky and fighting for a playoff spot, but Washington and New York fighting for that wild card in the NFC. Any thoughts on that one going on Sunday night?
Yeah, I'm kind of happy this game's a Sunday night game. It's kind of a main stage, as you said, loser leaves town match. It was so hard because I thought the Giants were horrific. I mean, it was hard to watch that team last week. And look, maybe that's just because the Eagles are really good, but, I mean, that secondary looked lost. They were nowhere near where they needed to be. And look, ever since Tyler Heineke came around, this group has made a complete 180. I remember the first time the Eagles played the Commanders. I mean, you remember this. I mean, Their offensive line couldn't stop anybody.
Yep.
I mean, it was a totally different team. Defensively, they look strong. I'd probably lean towards your total's kind of good as well. I think it's a close game. I don't want to give up on the Giants. I think they're better than what they showed. Obviously, the last time these two teams played, it was a tie. The last several have been, for the most part, close.
Feels like a field goal game, and the line is above a field goal, right, Jeff? Was it 3.5, 4? What is it at?
It's 4.5, and if you think of this January, the last 4 games between these two have been decided by 0, 1, 3, 1.
Yeah, makes me a little nervous.
It's a close game to me. I lean Giants plus 4.5. I think it comes down to a field goal.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Eagles still the king in the NFC right now. And you mentioned, Jeff, either last week or the previous week, whenever Jimmy G went out, that you didn't think the 49ers would miss a beat, and picked up a big win on Sunday. Brock Purdy looking great. He is banged up. They got a big one tonight against Seattle. All of a sudden, we got an important Thursday night game tonight with the Niners and Seahawks.
Yeah, it's rare that I'm ever going to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to tell you now. I love Seattle. Love them in this game. Because here's what you have to do in the NFL. I think it's important to use the media against the fans, right? And all we've heard all week, Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy. And they said what I've said. I think the Niners are really good. I just think in this game, in this spot, on this night, in this situation, I think they lose. Or I think they win by 2 or 3. I think this game comes down to the wire. The Seattle Seahawks, whether you want to say it or not, this is a good, solid football team, at least to me. I know that, San Francisco's tough and it's going to be difficult, but you look at the last 10 games against Seattle, they're 4-6 against the spread. They struggle. And Seattle is a team that I'm pretty high on, especially as an underdog. I think they've covered 6 of 10 or 7 of 10. I like their secondary. I think it continues to get strong. I love Tariq Woolen. I think he's one of the best corners in the NFL. And offensively, I think they're pretty solid. I think they can almost kind of hang with I'm sure they can hang with the Niners. So I'm going to lean on the fact that this game stays close, kind of like the other one. And 70% of the actual money is actually on the Seahawks. So I'll side with the sharp people here.
All right, Jeff Nadu joining us. Got a ton going on at Barstool Sports with the Sit Down Podcast, Big Man on Betting. And shout out to Jeff Nadu and the Con Men for picking up a win last week in the Dozen Trivia. Enjoyed watching that, Jeff. Congratulations on getting the dub. And Got high hopes for your team this season.
Thank you. Yeah, it was good. Finally got a win, and, just keep kind of pressing forward. There's a lot going on, but you just kind of leave out the noise. We got, obviously, a holiday coming up, so, once January comes back around, I'm sure we'll get back in there, play again, and, it's a good time of the year. A lot of weird things going on, but just keep moving forward.
Indeed. Big man, always enjoy the chat. We will have a show next Thursday. It'll be our last show of the year, so we'll try to track you down.
I'll be there.
Jeff Nadu joining us today on the Pit Electric Live Line. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the hour with the voice, Jeff Charles. That's on the way on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. We're back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York-style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
Eastern Pines Dental, located on East 10th Street beside Lowe's in Greenville, provides complete dental care to all ages, including implants, root canals, crowns, wisdom teeth removal, IV sedation, Invisalign, and much more. And as Eastern Pines continues to grow, we've added caring and kind doctors ready to assist you, including Dr. Ward, Dr. Lovick, Dr. Moore, and Dr. Mosley. Call 751-0770 to schedule your appointment today. The staff of Eastern Pines Dental thanks you for trusting them with your dental care.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
CD's Grill is open at 111 West Fire Tower Road near Evans Street in Winterville for the best country cooking around. CD's Grill is open for breakfast and lunch 6 days a week and dinner on Fridays. Every Friday night is steak night at CD's Grill. Certified black Angus steaks, hand cut for your desired thickness, CD's famous salad bar, and a delicious Idaho baked potato. Come see and taste for yourself the certified black Angus difference. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road near Evans Street in Winterville. CD's Grill.
Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood, our special guest today. Jeff, how can you help people buy a new vehicle before the end of the year?
Well, Jonathan, we're seeing an increase in inventory arriving at the dealership. Cadillac, we have XT5, Buick, Encore and Envision, Mazda, the all-new CX-50 is here, and GMC, we have some light-duty 1500 trucks arrive.
Jeff, what about incentives and your location?
Incentives, we have as low as 3.9 APR, location 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey, Ellerby, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats?
I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new.
First of all, you're going to love our new Melts. A Melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm.
Scott, tell me you got more.
Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top.
It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now.
Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 60,000 followers today. And Clip, as we head back into the show, just a quick weather statement. Looks like in the Pitt County area, in the area of Farmville, Belvoir, Greenville, and Bethel. In that particular area, Pitt County, there is a special weather statement as some potentially, I should say, bad weather moving into the area. That statement has been put into effect until 5:30 this afternoon. So if you are out and about, please approach with caution.
Crazy weather. I just walked outside and it's like 68 degrees, I guess.
It's very warm compared to what it was yesterday.
Very strange. Very strange.
Well, this is part, if I'm not mistaken, this is part of that system that spawned a lot of tornadoes in the Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi area overnight and yesterday. So it is just a clash between the warm weather and the cold weather. And I got to be honest with you, this weather has, I consistently say that welcome to North Carolina where the weather is drunk, because usually you just don't know what kind of weather you're going to get. But it just seems like it's even more wonky this year because I don't normally get nosebleeds. I get them once in a while if I get sick enough. And I have had pretty bad nosebleeds for the better part of 3 weeks because the weather has just been so weird. So I don't know what it is, but, you know, the colder it gets, the worse those nosebleeds get. So I don't know what it is about the air or if it's just something else. I don't know.
A lot of fluctuating temperatures here, and I guess it's going to get back cold again tomorrow.
And there's been some talk of the S word right around Christmas.
Lord, a white Christmas. How about that?
I don't want that.
All right, we'll see what happens. All right, let's head back out to the Pitt Electric Live line and visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, on this Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, how you doing today?
Clip, I'm doing great, and the Pirates, of course, have a very busy schedule in both football and basketball here the last couple of weeks. I was just looking at the calendar, and there are 4 basketball games, and then, of course, the bowl game on December the 27th in the last 2 weeks of 2022. So very busy times with this overlap, and then, of course, with the bowl game, too.
And, Jeff, I'm looking forward to Saturday's game. East Carolina, winnable game coming up against South Carolina at a neutral site in Greenville, South Carolina, and that will be available on ESPN Plus to watch. You, of course, can listen to Jeff Charles and Michael Perry call the action as well. And Pirates coming off a win, Jeff, and looking forward to seeing what they can do against the South Carolina team on Saturday.
Yeah, I am too, because anytime you step up a notch in the competition that East Carolina has been playing against and play an SEC school, there are going to be bigger, better, stronger, more physical, quicker athletes on the floor. And so we're going to see how this Pirate team matches up against the South Carolina team that's struggling just a bit. They're off to a 5-5 start. They did lose at UAB last night, as you mentioned, Clip, 84-70. They didn't play real well defensively, and I know Coach Lamont Paris, who's in his first year at South Carolina, wasn't happy with the rebounding effort
as well. But, hey, this is still an SEC team, and this is a team that has one of the premier freshmen in America playing for them. And we're talking about G.G. Jackson. He's 6'9", 215, and he was quite a get for South Carolina because this kid is a hometown product. He is from Ridgeview High School right there in the city of Columbia, a 5-star recruit who could have gone anywhere in the country, and he elected to stay home and play at South Carolina. So it'll be our first look at him. He's their leading scorer. They have some other veteran players back from last year as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the matchup too, Cliff, just to see how the Pirates can match up against an SEC school.
And how will guys like Ezra Asar, who has been playing great for East Carolina, match up with some better talent with South Carolina? Jeff, I always enjoy your chats after games with the players, and enjoyed hearing from Ezra on Sunday after another good performance from him. He was impressive on the offensive side. As Mike Schwartz will tell you and everybody else, still got to fix the turnovers, the foul trouble, but shows a lot of promise, Ezra Asar.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, Clip. I'm really encouraged with what I see. 6'9", 215, just a freshman. He's kind of a man-child really growing into his body. And you're right, he is so good and he is so explosive with that kind of size out on the perimeter where he can get to the basket so much. And he's got a lot of moves in the paint. This kid's got a chance to be a really good player, I think, here at ECU. Now, you mentioned a couple of areas he needs to clean up. I think Coach Schwartz would like to see him rebound the ball a little bit better, too. He's only averaging 3.3 rebounds per game. And because of his game, he's going to get fouled a lot, Clip. So when you go to the line, they shoot better than 40%. So he's only shooting 40% from the free throw line, so he's going to have to do a lot better job there. Now, 60% from the field is terrific. So this is a kid that's got a lot of potential. We're really excited about him. He's got the size. He's got the makeup. Having a chance to visit with him now a couple of times. I really like his makeup. I know he's going to work hard. So, yeah, he gives the Pirates a lot of hope for the future.
Pirates Gamecocks going at it Saturday, 2 o'clock. We are awaiting the Birmingham Bowl coming up December 27th, East Carolina and Coastal Carolina. Jeff, kind of all quiet on the East Carolina front right now as they are at practice. We did have a chance to talk to Holton Ahlers earlier today as they continue bowl prep. We'll hear from the voice of the Chanticleers coming up in just a little bit here on the show. Joe Cashion going to join us and get a scouting report on those guys, Jeff. And I guess the big news coming out of Coastal Carolina, Grayson McCall going to transfer out, but one last game before he goes. That's unique, seeing a guy enter the transfer portal, but playing a final game with the team, and it looks like that'll be the case with McCall.
Yeah, I think that's the case, and I thought there was a real interesting note coming out of the Coastal Carolina camp this week because they said, we are recruiting him too. So they've not given up on McCall. So he's one of their players, and he's going to play in the bowl game, but they haven't said goodbye to him yet. So they're in the competition race with so many other schools, as we understand, around the country for Grayson McCall's services. So they think that they have a chance to bring him back. Of course, time will tell with that. And then, of course, they got the bad news with one of the backup quarterbacks has now had an off-the-field issue, and he's not going to play. So, you know how it is, Cliff. We've been talking about this. These bowl games, you just don't know who's going to play, who's going to go into the portal, who's going to decide to opt out. And then, of course, there are always injuries like they are. So it's a little bit of a crapshoot these days for these bowl games.
Speaking of bowl games, Jeff, let's pick one now. It's 40 bowls in 14 days.
40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, oh my goodness. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14 days, 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, 14. 40 bowls, 14 days, 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 14 bowls, 14 days, 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days. 40 bowls in 14 days, 40 bowls in 14 days.
And Jeff Charles, your game will be the Texas Bowl coming up in RG Stadium in Houston. That'll be Wednesday, December 28th, and it'll feature Texas Tech taking on Ole Miss, and it looks like a lot of points may be scored in that one, Voice. So who do you got in the Texas Bowl? The Red Raiders taking on the Rebels.
I think I'll go with the Rebels in that one, Clip. I think I will, because you're right. They can score a lot of points. So can Texas Tech. And I do see a shootout, but I would say Ole Miss will win the shootout.
You look at those teams, Jeff. Of course, Mike Leach coached at Texas Tech. His rival when he was at Mississippi State was Ole Miss. And Mike Leach, just a shocker hearing that news kind of over the weekend, going into Monday, and then him passing away early in the week. It just you just never know. And I had no inkling that Mike Leach would not be with us anymore. Just a crazy story and a sad story, and a very unique guy, Jeff. Did you ever have any run-ins with Mike Leach, or your thoughts on the man he was?
Well, Mike Leach was unique. There is no question, Clip, and you summed it up well. It was a shocking development. Now, from what I read, he had pneumonia this year and had been battling that, but certainly no one saw this heart condition coming on to be as serious as it was. And, just very, very sad, because Mike Leach was only 61 years old, and that's pretty young to lose your life. So, yeah, he was a unique guy. When you're out there as he was, there are some people who are going to like you, and there are some people who are not going to like you. I don't think Mike ever really cared a whole lot if people liked him or not.
Yeah.
He was always going to get the job done the best way he saw fit. And as we know, he was on the cutting edge of a lot of this air raid offensive football that we see. And oftentimes with a head coach, you look at who has been on his staff and his coaching tree, if you will, and where those guys have gone and what they have done in their careers. And you can see all the guys who are now head coaches. Ruffin McNeil worked for Mike Leach, I believe, for 10 years at Texas Tech. And then, of course, Lincoln Riley was there on the staff, and we can go right on down the line. Just a lot of great coaches coached with Mike Leach. And I don't know how many people realize this, Clip, but he had a law degree. He was an attorney by trade, and so he was a very smart guy. Complicated guy, yes. Smart guy, yes. But he'll be missed in college football. We don't have that many, quote, characters anymore. It seems like in sports, it seems like nowadays everybody's kind of cut from the same mold. Well, he was an outlier, and I think that's why a lot of people liked him, because he was different.
No doubt. Jeff Charles joining us. Speaking of Mike Leach disciples, another branch from the tree will be in the American, as North Texas will hire, or has hired, Washington State offensive coordinator Eric Morris. And I saw Dana Holgerson tweet out this week that he is a Mike Leach guy. And Jeff, you got to go. I got to look it up, but man, how about the turnover of coaches just in the AAC for next year? You've got some new schools coming in with Charlotte and FAU and North Texas and others that have new coaches. You've got Cincinnati, of course, that has a job to fill. South Florida. You look across the conference. I mean, East Carolina at least is in good shape when it comes to stability, and Mike Houston returning, because there's going to be a ton of new faces in the AAC next season.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And Coach Houston will begin his 5th year, so he's one of the veterans, obviously, in the AAC, and he's had a chance to put his program in place. You mentioned some of these other schools too, Clip. FAU will have a new coach. They're coming into the league next year. Tom Herman will be the coach there. UAB coming into the league. Trent Dilfer, the former NFL quarterback, will be the coach and is the coach now at UAB. You would think, based on his name alone, he's going to be able to get into a lot of homes recruiting-wise. And then, of course, you mentioned the turnover with North Texas and the new coach. And how about right next door in Charlotte? Biff Poggi is the new coach there. I did a commentary on Biff Poggi that's running on Pirate Radio this month, and what a unique hire that is. And then he mentioned, of course, Luke Fickell leaving Cincinnati. So there are going to be a lot of new coaches in the league, a lot of new teams in the league. So I think going into it in 2023, a lot of curiosity about the AAC.
Yeah, going to be fascinating to see the polls when they come out, which they don't matter at all, but interested to see where East Carolina shapes up in the new American landscape. Jeff Charles joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, glad we could catch up with you this week. Have a great call on Saturday. We'll see you in Minges next Wednesday, and we'll talk more football and hoops with you next week here on Pirate Radio Live.
Sounds great, Clip. Thanks so much. Always enjoy it.
The Voice, Jeff Charles, joining us on the Pit Electric Live line on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. When we return, we'll take our first look at Coastal Carolina and what they are bringing to the Birmingham Bowl. Joe Cashion joins us, play-by-play voice of the Chanticleers. And it is Chanticleers, and you'll hear him correct me, just as Joe Katz did, the baseball announcer, when we talked to him months and months ago. We'll do that and open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Ah!
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Feliz Navidad.
The time is now to celebrate your holiday fiesta at Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Chico's is the perfect place to get all your dear amigos together for some Mexican food and fun this holiday fiesta season. Call Chico's now to make a reservation for any large or small fiesta with all of your amigos. Also, remember to put a smile on your amigos' faces this holiday season with the perfect gift, a Chico's gift card. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville. Happy holidays from Chico's.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. What is going on over there? Are you yelling?
I'm heckling to see how you handle pressure.
Oh, I was wondering because I kept looking. I was like, are you trying to signal something and I'm just not paying attention?
I was just seeing how you would handle the pressure, the heat.
Oh, God.
And then, do you need to get out of the kitchen or not?
I can handle the pressure.
All right. I'm sorry, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. It's just, honestly, you yelling is not going to bother me.
Okay.
It's you frantically waving at me or, making sudden movements that'll distract me quicker.
I'll remember that for next time. I think we got it too easy around here. We need to raise the temperature a little bit.
We need to rise to the standard.
And see if you guys can rise to it.
We need to raise the bar.
Speaking of rising to it, Stephen Igo is, I guess, tuned into the Birmingham Bowl. What do you call this? The press conference is streaming with Coastal coach Chad Staggs and Mike Houston. And I don't know if this was said or presented somewhere, but Igo said apparently Coastal Carolina is in the South Belt. And ECU is coached by Matt Houston.
Not to mention that the video feed is vertical and not horizontal, so you can't see everybody.
Man, you get better video at a World Star fight. They always know to go vertical. So, yeah, just good stuff from the Birmingham Bowl. Looking forward to it on the 27th. All right, earlier today I talked to Joe Cashion, play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. We'll hear that now, and we'll open up the treasure chest immediately following that. Let's hear that interview right now. All right, let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to the play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. He is Joe Cashion, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Joe, appreciate your time. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. The Chanticleers, we're doing pretty good. We can't wait to go to Birmingham and play this game.
You know what? Last year during baseball, I talked to Joe Katz, and he corrected me on the pronunciation. And I thought I said to him Chanticleers, and he said it was Chanticleers, but no, it is Chanticleers. Am I getting it right now?
It is. You're perfect. That's absolutely correct.
Chant. All right. Now I remember. It sounds a little more classy than Chanticleers. So the Chanticleers, Coastal Carolina, and I'm fired up for the matchup, Joe. We've talked to fans and heard from them and everyone that maybe the location could be a little better here in Greenville, Conway, or even the Myrtle Beach Bowl. But as far as the matchup goes itself, you got the Battle of the Carolinas, first time these schools are meeting. So what's the perspective of the folks down there when they see the matchup of East Carolina?
I think it's very similar, Clip, to be honest with you. I mean, this is a regional game, I mean, a state rivalry here, basically. North Carolina, South Carolina. We got to go all the way to Alabama to play it. But, I mean, it's kind of a game that I think a lot of our people would love to see, a series in all sports, really, to be honest with you. And football would be a great one. I think, men's and women's basketball, certainly baseball, was exciting for the regional last spring, there was a packed house there in Greenville, right? So I think it's great. I'm looking forward to it. I hope our guys are ready. We're kind of in transition right now. We lost a coach after the conference championship game, but hey, we got to go play. East Carolina will certainly be ready. I hope we are too.
Yeah, and Coastal Carolina not alone here in this bowl season as they go through a coaching change. So how about who's filling in on an interim basis, and is every other coach still sticking around there for this bowl game, Joe?
Our defensive coordinator, Chad Staggs, is the interim head coach for this bowl. Of course, he's been with the program since 2019, so he knows all the guys, and all the coaches are still on board for now. And, of course, obviously that probably will change on the morning of, the 28th. After this thing is over, we expect some guys to go up to Liberty and join Coach Chadwell. And, of course, Tim Beck, our new head coach, the NC State offensive coordinator, will assemble his staff as he sees fit. So, obviously, there will be a lot of change. But right now, as we're looking at it, Coach Staggs will be the coach, and everybody else is on board and getting our guys ready for this game.
Joe Cashion joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Joe, you're probably tired of the Grayson McCall question, but I got to ask it anyway. So we've been following that story, and we're kind of speculating on if he was going to play and not play, transfer, stay. So I guess officially he is entering the transfer portal, but in a bit of a surprise, he is going to stick it out and play in the game, or plans to. Is that where we are right now, Joe?
That's exactly where we are, Cliff. Of course, he posted on his social media last week that he would be entering the transfer portal, and it's not a huge surprise, honestly. With Coach leaving and all the transition that we're going to, he still has another couple of years to play. We were hoping that he would stick around, but I think in his heart of hearts, he'd kind of like to, see what maybe he can do against Power 5 defenses. That's just my opinion. That's one man's opinion. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't sat down and discussed it with him. Hopefully I'll get a chance to at the bowl game when I see him again. But wherever he goes, I wish him all the best. What he's done for our program to raise our brand, to be the catalyst of why we've won 31 games in 3 seasons now, going to our 3rd bowl. We won a conference championship in 20. Went to the conference championship game this year, and it was largely because of what he did. So, it's tough to see him go, but for what he's done for us and what he's done for this football program and for our university to get it the exposure that it has and all the success that we've had, I wish him all the best of luck. I really do.
Yeah, and it's a unique situation, and you don't just see guys enter the transfer portal and still play another game with the team. So I guess it says a lot about his standing in the locker room and the way his teammates feel about him, that that I'm assuming they're going to welcome him with open arms and play with their brother one more time here.
Absolutely, that's the sense I get. Sense I get from the people that I have spoken with about it. He has been a leader. He's been a guy that people rally around. And he gives us a great chance to win. When you have a difference-making quarterback, you can kind of make up for some other areas of the football field, right? If you're not quite as strong here or not quite as strong there, you got a guy that can sling it and can run it and can run that offense and do the things that he can do. Gives us a great chance to win. So, yeah, absolutely. I was really, truly hoping that he would play this game, knowing that what he was going to do, knowing that he's hopping in the portal, more than likely will be going somewhere else. Just play one more time for us, Put on that teal and the bronze and the black one last time and go out here with these guys. Let's see what happens in this bowl game, and that's what he's chosen to do, and I love it.
I obviously want East Carolina to win the game, Joe, but from just a football fan standpoint, I'm glad he's playing as well. The over-under is 61. We could see some fireworks, some high-flying offense from the McCall side of things and Holton Ahlers at East Carolina. And, Joe, let's talk about some of the weapons on offense. East Carolina really good at stopping the run, not good at containing the pass. So who are the weapons to watch out for Coastal on the offensive side coming up on the 27th?
I'll tell you what, Cliff, that sounds exactly like us. We are pretty good against the run. We haven't been good against the pass. I think both defenses are somewhere in the 90s in terms of FBS rankings as to what we've done this season, both Coastal and East Carolina. But as far as our offensive weapons are concerned, I think you got to look on the outside with Jared Brown. I mean, he's our most explosive player and has been this season. I mean, big-time player, young guy. Kind of thought he might go somewhere too, but he said, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving Conway. 6 touchdown receptions this season leads us, and most of those, if not all, I think off the top of my head, I don't have the stats sitting in front of me, 50 yards or more. I mean, if we want a big play, we're going with Jared Brown. So he's a big-time guy. Sam Pinckney has had a great season for us, had a great conference championship game. He came from Georgia State, to play for us this season. Finally got some running backs back. I mean, that is one of the biggest things we had to deal with this season were all the injuries in our running back room. But C.J. Beasley has been good for us. Reese White, came back mid-season from an injury. Braden Bennett, who was our big-time game breaker last season, he finally got healthy in November. And played about 9 games without him. So if we're going to do some things on offense, those guys, along with Grayson, are going to be heavily involved.
Third straight bowl season for Coastal Carolina. East Carolina has not played in a bowl game since 2014 and went up to the Military Bowl last year, and Boston College pulled out due to COVID, and they were unable to play. So, Joe, this will be the first time we get to see the Pirates in a bowl game in 8 years. Coastal has some experience playing in bowl games. Lost to Liberty a couple years ago, beat Northern Illinois last year. And this year coming off, again, another really good year, 9 wins for Coastal Carolina. How about the run the Chanticleers have been on here with 11 wins, and looking for 10 coming up on the 27th?
Yeah, I mentioned that a little bit earlier about how, Grayson has been the catalyst on the field. I mean, Coach Chadwell, when he took over the program in 2019, he really established a culture of winning, a culture of success. Striking the stone is one of the hashtags for this program. I mean, you just keep after it. And so they were able to establish that culture, and we really turned the corner when Grayson became our starter in 2020, and we've done a lot of winning. Now, of course, down the stretch of this season, it hadn't been really good. I mean, we lost back-to-back games for the first time in 4 years, with our last 2 losses. And now, again, to see where our mindset is for this bowl game. But, I mean, this has been a great run of 3 seasons. Now, like you mentioned just a second ago, 3 consecutive bowls, and both of the previous 2 games went down to the last play. So if those games are any indication as to what we're going to do in this Birmingham Bowl, it ought to be exciting.
Yeah.
Really, it has been a great run over the past couple of years, and hopefully, Coach Beck, as he's mentioned a couple of times, he's coming into a good situation. And what he feels like he has to do is continue to build and enhance on what we've got going on.
Yeah, shaping up to be a fun one coming up. Birmingham Bowl, 27th of December. Our pregame coverage begins 2:45 here on Pirate Radio, taking you up to the 6:45 kickoff. We're with you after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show, one final time for this season. And, Joe, there's a lot of people that are envious of the Sun Belt from a regional standpoint, a rivalry standpoint, and really from a quality standpoint. Just a lot of good teams in that league, and maybe not right now the TV money the American has, but there's a lot of Pirate fans that, if everything was equal, would rather be in the Sun Belt playing regional opponents than, going to Texas to play UTSA and North Texas next year. Yeah, I think you got a good thing going there in the Sun Belt.
I think we do, too. I think you hit the nail on the head with the TV money. I mean, we can't match what the Americans got, but I think in terms of regional rivalries, I think as far as the G5 conference is concerned, the Sun Belt is where it's at, especially after last year's expansion, when we brought Marshall in and James Madison, Old Dominion, to kind of move into that East Division to join us, and App State and the 2 Georgia schools, Georgia Southern, Georgia State. I mean, that is just a great division of schools right there, and they're all, accessible, with either fairly short plane trips, or you can get in the car and make that drive, And then same thing on the West when they brought Southern Miss over there, then shifted Troy to the West. I just think, what the Sun Belt did in terms of creating those matchups and getting these schools kind of in a geographic footprint where you can get to them, like I mentioned, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, it's so natural that you have these kinds of rivalries. All these fan bases are really close to each other. I think it's great. Now, in terms of what we do, to promote and market our conference, I don't know. I mean, I still think we need to get there, because I thought we had some teams that probably should have been in the college football playoff rankings, but we didn't get there this season. But the rivalries are there, and I think over the course of time, if we can maintain that stability, everything about college athletics, it's a lot of instability.
Yeah.
If we can maintain that stability in our league, I think we got a lot we got a lot of places that we can go.
Talking to Joe Cashion, play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Joe, one last look at the matchup itself. You talked about the defense, and you said it's similar to East Carolina in the way they can give up big plays in the passing game, pretty good against the run. How about special teams? The kicking game has been a nightmare for East Carolina this year. How about on the Coastal side? If it's another close game down the stretch, how does Coastal fare special teams-wise?
We've been solid. I mean, we've not been spectacular. Our place kicking has been, it's been okay. I mean, we had a stretch where we, went through a tough stretch, but I mean, Cade Hensley's a youngster who I think kind of came back into his own, kind of figured some things out as we got halfway through the season and then towards the end. I think if we need a kick, I think we feel good about running him out there to make that kick. We do have a game breaker kickoff return guy who, I mean, if he gets loose. I mean, he had a couple of early kickoff returns, one he brought back against Gardner-Webb, and he had another big one against Georgia State. But, it's kind of been a mixed bag, I think, kind of like what East Carolina's gone through this season. I watched the East Carolina-NC State game, and I felt like, oh, wow, great chance to win that game. And, boy, it's tough when you get that close and, you're just not able to make a kick. But it's kind of been a mixed bag for us, too. But we feel good about Cade. If we got to run him out there and make a big-time kick for us, feel good about it. We'll see.
Joe, just curious, when you're Coastal Carolina, I'm a Washington fan. Josh Norman played a few seasons for Washington. Of course, Panthers fans remember him, Mike Tolbert. You ever see those guys around Conway? Do the old favorites ever come back on campus there?
Every now and then they do. I mean, for homecoming and for, the Hall of Fame stuff that we have, both those guys are in our Hall of Fame. So we get these guys back every now and then, and we're really trying to engage some of our football alumni. Only 20 years old. This is the 20th season of football. I mean, we haven't been around. I think East Carolina's been around playing football since 1932, and for us, it's 2003. we're trying to, get these guys that have only been around for not all that long, try to stay engaged with what we're doing. And like you mentioned, Josh Norman played in the league, Mike Tolbert played in the league, and we've got some other guys in the league right now too. So it's kind of an ongoing process to reach out and get these guys to come back and get engaged with what we're doing at Coastal to try to continue to grow it from where we are now.
Joe Cashion joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, fired up for East Carolina and Coastal Carolina. And, Joe, I agree with you. I want to see this matchup more. It was indeed a lot of fun at Clark LeClaire Stadium when the Chanticleers came here and played well in the Greenville Regional last year. And you mentioned it, some huge crowds. And let's see these guys on the hardwood, on the football field some more. And if they do, we'll track you down and talk to you again. We appreciate your time today here on Pirate Radio Live. Have a great call on the 27th, Joe.
Hey, Clip, I appreciate you having me on, and absolutely, I think Coastal and East Carolina would be great in all sports. Let's figure out a way to make it happen.
Joe Cashion joining us, play-by-play voice of Coastal Carolina. Fun to talk to Joe, get to know the Chants a little bit as we get ready for them on the 27th. All right, Tyler, who won the earlier prize, Tyler Macemore, has said on YouTube, he said, thanks, Pirate Radio, for a chance to win the prize. I feel like an idiot for mixing up Blake and Maurice Kemp. He said, I no longer consider myself a sports guy. Man. So, look, in life, the highs are high, the lows are lows. And Tyler Macemore had a great day. He won out of the treasure chest, but also a day where he has to renounce his sports guy status. But that's something you can earn back. Chandler was able to earn his sports guy status with a big Tennessee win over Alabama that he called.
Man, thank God for that.
Because you have done some non-sports guy things since then, but it doesn't matter. You've already cemented your legacy.
And I think it started with Fred McGriff, by the way, Hall of Famer now. And
that was rough.
I meant to bring that up. I saw that he is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it reminded me of the time that I thought he was a white man.
Just another old white guy in the Hall of Fame.
And I was like, and it took me to a time in my life where at one point I was not a sports guy. But look at me now. Look how I have rebounded.
Tyler, this could be you one day.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Started from the bottom, then I got there, then I fell back down, then I'm there again.
All right, you can be like Tyler Macemore, not in the fact that you're not a sports guy or a sports gal, but you can be a winner in the Pirate Radio treasure chest right now as we open up the Pit Electric Live line. 317-1250, caller 12 will win, just like Doris Dillon won the VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors for a year. John Moody won the Wings Over Greenville. Quentin Hellier won the golf to Aiden Country Club and the golf balls from Brandon Manning, Farm Bureau of Winterville Insurance. Bill Willard won the Tiebreakers gift card. Brad Woodard won the Can Jam set, cooler and tailgate chair. Natty Light, Carolina Eagle Distributing. Robert Matthews won the cornhole boards, Panthers cornhole boards. And Bud Light from Carolina Eagle Distributing. Patrick Brown won Parker's Barbecue. Susan Deans, Coco's Sports Bar. Chris Hill won gift cards to the Dap House, Sidebar, Jarvis Street Bottle Shop, and Christie's Euro Pub. Kevin Ainge won the $100 gift card to Shimmer Boutique. Tyler Macemore picking up the Jersey Mike's earlier today. If you're caller 12, you'll be a winner as well. We're back after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit GreenvilleAutoWorld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
This is Coach Blake Harrell, defensive coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday, opening up the treasure chest for the second time today. Shirley, who is on the Pit Electric Live line?
For those of us who have been around for a long time, like I have, it's a very familiar name, Mr. Victor Long.
A name I haven't heard in a while.
Yes.
He only calls in for the big prizes now, I guess. Victor, welcome into the program. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, y'all.
Hey, fantastic, and congratulations on getting in. This is definitely not the first time you've won in the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. Do you know how many you've won over the years?
I think I won pizza for a year. I won Pirate Popcorn 1 year, so it's been a while to work 2 jobs and going to college. You don't have much time to do anything but work and do schoolwork.
I hear you, staying busy, but congratulations on the win today and all those wins over the years. So tell us a bit about yourself, Victor. What do you do?
I work for the city of Greenville. I've been employed with them for about 20 years. And am just after 40 years, have finally got my college degree. I will graduate from Pitt Community in the 16th, a couple of days. So took a long time to do it, but I finally accomplished it.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Shirley, Chandler, let's get the Q&A portion out of the way of our conversation. What do you guys want to know about Victor Long?
Victor, apples or oranges?
Oranges.
All right. Great question, Shirley. Victor, what's your favorite casserole?
Casserole. Probably chicken casserole, probably.
Okay.
Well, let me take that back. If I'm going to be absent the meat, I'd probably a string bean casserole would be my favorite.
Okay. Chandler?
Victor. What 3 celebrities would you want to spend a year with on a deserted island?
Oh, Lord. 3 celebrities. Probably, this is a tough question.
Could be an athlete, actor.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say. I don't want to. I'm a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, so I'd spend. Arnold can come along.
Bring a gym with you and work out every day on the deserted island.
Yeah, he can help me work out.
Victor, I would love to hear him say your name.
It's been 1 year. Get to the chopper.
I like Nick Nolte. I think he'd make it very interesting as well.
Nick Nolte. All right.
Okay.
Great in Blue Chips from back in the day.
And since I've met her, it's been a long time ago. And the name is just escaped me. Give me just a minute. It'll pop back in my head in just a second. So say how long ago it's been since I've met her.
What's she in?
She was, and she is. You will not know. She was on one of the Her name is. I'll pick somebody else.
All right. She's off the list.
Because the name has escaped me, and you caught me by surprise.
Do you know what she was in?
She used to be on the Guiding Light. I can't think of the name for nothing in the world. But
Did she play Reva?
Yes.
What?
Oh,
I met her a long time ago.
Yes, at the
dressed in person.
Yeah, the Michael Jordan Celebrity Golf Classic.
When Michael Jordan used to come to town at the Rio.
Yes, I have her autograph.
Do you know her name?
Yeah.
Her name is escaping me. I can see her face, but her name is escaping me. But I know exactly who he's talking about.
I was very interested. I had a good time talking to her in the Hilton that night. So
wow.
She would be my third.
How about fellow old people? Do y'all remember when did some cast from The Young and the Restless come to like the Plaza or something back in the day? Does that ring a bell for anybody?
I know the Celebrity Golf Classic, there were several cast members from The Young and the Restless.
I think this was something different, though.
So do you want Kimberly Jo Zimmer to go with you to the deserted island?
Yep, that's it.
That's her.
It.
I don't know what I'm thinking of, but I feel like for some reason a cast member of Young and the Restless was at the Plaza Mall for something. But I don't know. Anyway.
I don't remember. I remember a lot of things from being from the past. I don't remember that.
All right. I might be mixing that up with something else. All right, Victor, we have a lot of prizes left in the treasure chest, including, Shirley, you want to run them down with me?
Sure.
$150 gift card from Bostic Sugg Furniture.
12 pieces from Papa John's.
$100 gift card from Familia.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
$100 gift card and gift basket from Beauty Bar Medi Spa.
$100 in cash and a T-shirt from Sparky Snowballs.
Bud Light Fire Pit cooler tailgate chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing.
A Pirate fan try that again. A Pirate fan gift basket from UBE.
30-minute stretch assessment and 1-hour massage from Bodies and Balance.
And a gift basket from The Buck, which includes $100 in cash, a $25 gift card to the Beach Tavern, 2 tickets to the New Year's Eve party, T-shirts, and an LA Rams Aaron Donald jersey.
All right, Victor, anything in particular you hoping to grab here?
I am just happy to get through after many years.
Yes, sir. Okay, 10-4. All right, Shirley. Do the honors. It is an honor and privilege to be with you every day, Shirley Rhodes.
Why, thank you.
The next time we do this, I'm going to challenge you to get the prize out before the end of the audio soundbite.
No, because then it just ruins the whole ambiance.
Yeah, I guess.
Ambiance.
The ambiance.
Oh,
Victor, do you like to tailgate?
This is a good one.
I do.
Well, how about a Bud Light Fire Pit cooler and tailgate chair from Carolina Eagle Distributing?
Boom.
That is great. I will put it to good use.
The Fire Pit would be good for this time of year for sure.
For next week, probably, maybe at Christmas. It would be great to have it. It's going to be in the teens. It would be great to have a fire pit at Christmas. Not everybody's going to be outside, but at least if you were, you keep you warm.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Victor's fired up.
Fired up about it, man.
Victor,
He's fired up about that fire pit.
Congratulations, man, and thanks for all your support over the years for Pirate Radio. We appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right,
You too.
You too, Victor.
Thank you, Victor.
Man.
He's in the holiday spirit. That's good to
I don't
hear.
know who's all going to be out there, but we're going to fire up. I mean, it's going to be
He
the
got
team
ready
for
there,
Christmas
did.
time. It's going to be, we're going to light that fire pit.
It's going to be cold,
light that
but we got a fire
baby.
pit.
Yes, sir.
All right, the guiding light. That was a blast from the past.
I knew it because of the simple fact that there are very few characters from the Guiding Light that most people would know, and Reva is one of them. And as soon as he said Guiding Light, I was like, I wonder if it's Reva, because she at that time was the most popular character from that soap opera.
I grew up in a Young and the Restless household.
I grew up, but I'd never watched soap operas until I was in high school because, you know, everybody knows I'm a New Kids on the Block fan. Well, there was a rumor that Joe McIntyre, who was my favorite New Kid, was going to do like a guest stint on Days of Our Lives. So I started watching it thinking he was going to be on the show, and then I got completely hooked, and then I got my mother hooked.
Wow.
And up until probably a year ago, she watched that show religiously to the point where she would not allow me to speak to her unless we were in commercial.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a Young and the Restless. My grandma used to watch it all the time, and she wouldn't talk to you. She would just give you a head nod.
My mom would,
or that just
she would put her hand up and say, "Wait till the commercial break."
Hold on, baby. Let's get to my program's on.
I remember being at my grandparents, and my granddad would always like talk about how terrible of a show it is, and how it's a good junk and garbage, and it would be on the TV every day.
Yeah. My grandpa used to say, "What's Victor up to now?
Yeah.
What's he doing now?"
Yeah, I would step away from it for like after once I got to college. I didn't watch it that much, and I would come home and my mom would watch it, and I'd ask her, I'm like, "Is Stefano dead yet?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, he died like 6 months ago, but now he's back." And I'm like, "Okay, but Marlena is possessed." I'm like, "Holy cow, she's been possessed like 14 times since." I started watching that soap opera. So, but the thing is that you don't even see the soap operas anymore. I don't think they come on regular TV anymore.
I don't know about that. I listen to what podcast do I do? Oh, I listen to the 48 Hours Mystery Podcast, and they run an ad where now you can get Young and the Restless in podcast form every day.
Yeah.
I guess you can listen to the show that was on that day earlier or whatever.
I think they stream it somewhere, but I don't think it's on like the regular
maybe.
TV show. Like if you had regular TV, I don't think they show it anymore.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but since the commercial break, I've been I'm putting out a tweet. We're doing a watch along Sunday night. It's a big ball game, folks. Mm-hmm. It's like do or die time. Commanders, Giants. Chandler and I are going to be here. We'll have giveaways. You can hang out with us Sunday night. It's the Sunday night game and watch it. Giants at Commanders. And I feel like such an old man. I'm having some major technology issues. So I typed in this long tweet, and I was like, I need a photo to accompany this tweet. So I copied my tweet. That's like 8 lines long. And so I copied that. Now I need to go off that, and I got to find a picture. And to do that, I'm going to search Twitter. I'm going to search my name and Taylor Heineke's name, because I remember a tweet that I did during our watch along. All right, I found that video. So now I'm going to get that on my phone and take a screenshot of it and then DM myself on Twitter that picture to post on Twitter. All right, I did it. I did that. That's fine. So I have my tweet copied. I paste that. I go to pull up the picture out of the DM and save it, but it wants to save as a JPEG, large and small. It won't save as a normal JPEG.
Oh.
It's large and small. And then if I save it as that, it won't let me post it on Twitter.
Let me take a look at it, Grandpa.
So now... Now what I've done is I have
oh boy,
the tweet that I had copied, I've now pasted that into my DMs so I can go to my phone and do it on my phone where I already have the picture. The problem is when I go to my DMs,
this is so much work.
I went to my DMs to copy that tweet that I had, and it won't let me copy. I've been hitting it with my thumb, and it won't let me copy. It would let me like it. I don't want to like my own DM. I want to copy it so I can paste it. So now I've got my phone and I've got my DMs here, and I'm manually typing in on my phone what is on my computer screen just to put up this stupid tweet about the watch along. So if I was a little distracted during the Victor Long call, that is why. I've been wrestling with this for like 15 minutes now. It has been an ordeal. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. I've put in the work today just with this one little situation.
Have you even got to the end of the project?
No, I'm on like the third line.
So you're not done yet?
No, I've still got more to do. By the end of this break, I'll have it done.
Before we do get a break, we have another Chad Moore poem. He says this: so here we go for the second time. So now we get my second rhyme. Now it is time to pick up dinner because Tweet and Cheryl's told me she already had a winner.
Chad, you are really good at this.
That is really good.
Chad also says, I know Victor. I've worked with him at Overton's for a long time, so I'm fine with his win. So at least Chad will concede. Usually it's unacceptable. This one he's calling acceptable. Leave Victor Long win. All right, let's take a break, come back. I got to get this tweet out, and we'll wrap up the show after this.
Let Chandler go in there and work on it.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you suffer from chronic aches, pains, or muscle tightness? Hey, I'm Jordan Mikesell with Bodies and Balance in Greenville. With degrees in physical, occupational, and massage therapy and certifications in stretching and flexibility, we know how stretching and massage can bring long-term results so you can live a pain-free and healthy life. Continue enjoying the activities you love by calling or texting 252-916-4530 to schedule your first stretch consultation or massage today. For more info, visit bodiesandbalance.com so you can start living an active life today.
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique, located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll-free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Take a break from the holiday hustle and bustle with a visit to Jersey Mike's. I'm Wes Shepard, your local Jersey Mike's franchisee in Eastern North Carolina for over 25 years. Let us treat you the best subs in town. We can also take care of any of your catering needs this holiday season, large or small. Plus, we partner with many third-party delivery services that can bring your meal to you. Jersey Mike's, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's.
Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was another rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 764 points. and finished at 33,202. The NASDAQ was down 360 at 10,810, and the S&P dropped 99 points, finished out the day at 3,895. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's Clip.
Wrapping it up on a Thursday. Thanks for tuning in today, and thanks to all our great guests we talked to. Kevin Monroe, Jeff Nadu, Joe Cashion, also Holton Nailers, Troy D was along for the ride, Shirley Rhodes, the man of Chan, and you for tuning in, and a couple of winners as well, Victor and Tyler. We'll open up the treasure chest coming up on Friday. Stay tuned for that and a whole lot more. We'll talk to you Friday at 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.